say, I'll be loving you. Yes, I will, baby. My still chicken and busy anytime. Nothing you can do to ever change my mind. Let this world come and let it cease away. You see, I'll be loving you.
What's up, family? Man, to say that I am excited to show you this video version of our presentation, that's an understatement. I am elated to show you this video presentation of our nonprofit, the Cliffs to Clouds Leadership Foundation. I need you. We need you. We need you to be a part of this journey with us. There are families, and we have a vision of what we want to do, and there are families that we want to help. And we need you to be a part of this journey with us. So please take a minute to watch this video, take in what you've seen, and then answer the call to action at the end so that we can be a part of something really, really special, because we see something that we can do that can grow into something really, really special. So I love you. Thank you guys for taking a look at it. And thanks for being the cloud givers. You find out what that is. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Lloyd Spence. And listen, all you got to do is find your reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf, all at betonline.ag. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. So, head to BetOnline today and use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BELIEVE50, B-L-E-A-V 50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. It's BetOnline, it's where the game starts. Tell them the Noisemakers sent you.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it rhyme and groove when the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. NOIZ, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother NOIZ, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle NOIZ, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ. 2, 1, ready, come on.
Not getting high, so, not getting high,
Get the
so.
party going.
Back in the way, we get down. Good time.
Man, I hope y'all ready.
Hey, we lucky we got
Shit ain't that food.
good time.
It is always a joy, a privilege, an honor, and a spectacle to be able to see, hear, and interact with the noisemakers. We are back once again. That's Mama Noise. I'm Mr. Noise. You are the noisemakers. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast. So glad to be here with you. We got a lot to discuss today, got a lot to do. We're going to have some fun. But I got to make a full confession. I am operating at about 75% right now. And the reason why is because I let Mama Noise convince me. And unmute Mama Noise because you're going to have to take this one. I let her convince me, hey, but don't you think you should eat? Because I fixed the food.
No.
Fixed the dinner early.
Mm-mm.
My grandmother made a request of something she wanted. So I fixed it early. And then I was like, well, I would like to sit with my grandmother and have dinner with her because I don't want to, she'd be sleeping when we get off the air. And Mama Noise, I didn't have to eat though. I could just eat salad. But Mama Noise was like, I'll fix a little salad and a little spaghetti. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And now
You better be glad I'm not in charge of the drops.
brother got that itis.
Your drop should be lies because I said eat. And you said, I think so. And I said, okay, what do you want?
But I wanted a little and you fixed me a lot. Lies. Oh, it's not lies. You fixed me too much.
Mm-hmm. And then you start adding stuff.
I had nothing.
I put the little salad on the side and you put that on it before you
All I
put
did was put the stuff that goes on the salad.
Yeah, but if you trying to, you just trying to get a little something.
We're going to just eat lettuce. That ain't a salad. If I just eat lettuce, that's not a salad.
That is a salad.
No, it's not. Just because you put lettuce in a bowl, that don't make it a salad.
Throw a little dressing on it, it is a salad.
No. A salad is the lettuce and other stuff.
Yeah, and salad dressing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Noisemakers, if y'all agree with Mama Noise, put that in the chat. If you agree with me, put that in the chat as well, because she's wrong.
Petty.
But you're making me sleepy now. I'm over here.
Mr. Petty.
I'm struggling.
Oh my gosh. Stop it, sir.
I'm struggling.
Stop it. See, you ought to be grateful because if it had been a whole plate of spaghetti, you just been
I've been shut down. But see, I don't normally eat before the show. I normally will not eat before. Full disclosure, noisemakers, I don't eat before the show because I want to be at my best. I want to be active. I want my mind active. I want my thoughts active. I want to be active. And man, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm. The kids can verify that I said, do you want to eat before the show?
Y'all look at my eyes. Y'all look at my eyes.
Stop it. You should be ashamed of yourself the way you're doing.
It's rough in these streets, and she is to blame. She heavy-handed, yo.
Wow, really?
She heavy-handed.
Did you have to eat everything on your plate?
Mama Noise, I'm old school. You put it on the plate, I'm eating.
Really? Okay, we finna scrap. Me and Pastor Noise are finna scrap.
What are you talking about?
He in the chat talking reckless.
Which Pastor Noise? Pastor Cord?
Yeah, talk about got my DST persona.
You got a lot of red going on, Mama Noise. I ain't gonna hold you.
Pastor Noise? I don't be giving you the shakedown when you wear a black suit saying with a gold tie saying, "Oh, you got your Omega persona because you got a gold tie."
Because black and gold is the colors of alpha. Why would you say that?
No, I said purple. A purple tie.
Yeah, that joke didn't come off as well as you thought it would.
Well, I'm just saying, trying to put me
That joke
put me
come off
somewhere
as-
else because I got some red on me. Come on, man.
You got a lot of red on, and you got a red background. It's a lot
Is
going
that
on.
my fault?
No, you in the red room.
This room has been red for 40 years.
You in the red room. That's what it is. But it don't matter. You. The bottom line is you in the red room. You got on the red top. You red.
Are you trying to co-sign with Pastor
I'm
Noise?
trying to say I'm sleepy because you heavy-handed. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well,
You
okay.
heavy-handed.
Don't be co-signing because you had a purple shirt on the other day. Does that mean that just because you got a purple on?
But I had blue and white in my heart.
That's blue and white in my heart.
You have to tell people that. Tell
Really?
people that.
Really? Just because we not at
Tell
home
people that.
with the big banner?
That's right. You gotta tell people. You gotta get the people.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You feel like you need to know just because you tripping,
Oh my goodness.
Noise. You
Oh
tripping.
my goodness.
Just
Oh
in
my
case
goodness.
you
Oh
got
my
you
goodness.
got it confused.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to the noisemakers that showed up early. Crystal. Shout out to Crystal, the lovely Crystal McLean. We love her so much.
Yep.
Pastor Cord, the official pastor of Noise Media and Entertainment. Of course, the major. Let me send you another one. Let me send you another one, my brother. Let me send out another one. But no, man. You heavy-handed, man. I figured it out. You trying to shut me down over here. You
Pastor
trying to have
Cord,
me fall asleep on air.
no, Pastor Cord over trying to rattle my cage.
Yeah, you trying to send me one. You trying to send me. You trying to shut me down, man. Thank you, Pastor Cord. We try to be.
I was just saying, what in the world just happened?
I'm over here just full of spaghetti, just full of it. And salad.
No, and salad.
I think it was the Texas toast.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. The Texas toast is what
I think
pushed
it was the Texas toast. I was fine, and then that Texas toast kicked in, and now it's like I don't even know, man. It's like it's rough. It's rough in these streets.
It do be having that effect.
Ladies and gentlemen, back from the brink. The brink. He is ever often imitated, never duplicated. He is Cuz Noise in the building, ladies and gentlemen. In the building.
I was going to go for the joke there, but I didn't know how to do it.
Cuz, you yet holding on?
I'm yet holding on.
Well, you just keep on keeping on.
I was going to say it's a Randy Watson. When you said
Mississippi's own Randy Watson. What's up, bro?
First of all, Mama Noise, I honor you for serving your man a salad. Nigga, it's up to you how much of that salad you want to eat.
She heavy-handed, bro. She could have pulled up.
No. What we can't do is, even if something so small as a salad, what you can't do is blame a woman for what your ass did to yourself.
I mean, listen.
How did I do it to
You
myself?
ate too much food, and now your ass sitting up there got black itis, and you
That's
want
like-
to blame her for what you put in your mouth.
I mean,
So you trying to say the cocaine user can't blame the drug dealer?
what?
I mean, listen.
The dude that's high can't blame the weed man? Is that what you're trying to say?
This is probably too much. And on a normal day, I wouldn't say this in front of Mama Noise, but I feel like I should be able to say it today.
Oh, gosh.
If you go down on the wrong person, you got things on your mouth that wasn't there before.
Oh, Lord. This took a weird
That's
turn.
your fault.
This took a weird turn. I wasn't prepared.
I mean, listen, you're going to have Pastor Noise going, what just happened here?
I'm just saying.
You know what? What I don't like about what you just said is the tongue thing that you did at the end.
I mean, it's like he was co-signing.
It was like, right. We was doing fine, and then all of a sudden you had that little part.
He's like,
now-
like this here.
Yeah, now I'm wildly uncomfortable. See, look what you did to the pastor. Look what you did to the pastor. The pastor was riding along. He was riding along, minding his own business in the back seat, and then all of a sudden he asked, "Now the pastor out here in these streets, straight. He out in these streets, straight boys in the hood, right?"
Let me out.
That's Pastor Cord. That's Pastor Cord.
Let me
Trying
out.
to get out the car.
Mm.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, buddy. Thanks,
Oh my gosh.
Your favorite fan is in the building. Crystal McLean. Please give us a shout out.
Hey, Crystal, what's going on, girl?
Always got to shout out your fans.
Yes.
I love it. What angle is this you giving us today? What is this angle?
The floor angle?
Like you coming up from the floor. Like, are you trying to get taller? What are you doing with this angle?
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Right. It's like you coming up. You don't never come up. We normally right here, or you coming down.
I'm on an iPad this time.
Okay. I see what's going on.
It's propped up. So
I got.
the angle is different.
I like it. I'm okay. I'm here for it.
I've been stuck in the office now for a week because I got that COVID-19.
You got that Coco 19?
Well. The truth of the matter is we don't know I have it because we haven't gotten the results back. Because these Wahites don't want me to know what I got. So I went to CVS on Monday. Today's Thursday?
Yes.
I went on Tuesday. Yeah, and got my test done. It's supposed to be 1 to 2 days.
Right.
They keep telling me because of the demand, they don't have the results. They're still waiting.
Some serious demand.
I'm almost better now. I mean, shit, hell.
Real
I've waited so long. Hell, I'm healed.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna give you the results after you done got to the waiting period.
I don't.
You didn't get one of them home kits?
You know, we didn't have any here.
Okay.
My wife has since ordered them since
We
do believe that I had it, but we still haven't gotten it confirmed yet. But yeah, I was at a funeral this weekend. A family member passed over in Fort Worth, and 2 of us that we know of got sick.
Wow.
2 of us.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad
she got her results. I haven't gotten my results.
You haven't got yours back yet. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. You're on the other side of the Coco 19. Thank God for them shots, brother. That's all I can say.
Hey,
yeah.
Thank God for them shots, brother.
But how is Opal?
Well, she in the bedroom now, hacking and cacking and can on.
Oh my!
She thinks she may have it, so she's in the bedroom quarantined, and I'm still in the office quarantine. I've been sleeping in here and farting in here. Oh, that was too funny.
Did this take you back to the barracks? Did this take you back to the barracks days?
Mama knows. I thought I was amongst friends. I'm sorry.
She's fine. She can handle.
You know what?
She can handle.
I am over here blown away because of the closed caption is trying to translate the stuff you're saying, and it is hilarious. The closed caption says she's back in the bedroom hacking and cocking. That's what closed caption said. Oh look.
Oh man, that's good.
Getting prayers from the pastor.
This is why it's good to have an official pastor on staff. This is why. Somebody praying for you always. That's good. That's a good thing. Well, praying you guys get better, man. Feel better, all that good stuff, man. I do want to give a bit of happy news. Happy news. Today is the 28th, and that's important because yesterday was the 27th, which means, bam, Adrian Lyles, the first ever Young Gifted and Black of Noise Media and Entertainment, is now officially a part of the High School. Well, he's been a part of the High School Musical season 3 for some time now, but now it's out. So you can go to Disney Plus and watch High School Musical 3, the series, in season 3, and Adrian Lyles' face will pop up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of that young man.
Well done, young man.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of that young man. He doing his thing. Have you had a chance to confer with the I don't call them in-laws, but the extended family about his whereabouts and his well-beings?
You asking me, have I talked with this family?
Yeah.
What the hell you get in-laws from?
I just did it better. I did it better. I didn't say in-law.
Well,
I said
You said in-laws.
Well,
yeah, but I backed away from it quickly.
Well, shit, it was already out there. But
Okay.
Anyway, technically, Adrian is my son.
Oh, okay.
I just allowed that other man to raise it.
Well, then I was right with the in-laws. I was right.
Okay, you said technically. What the?
Technically, he's my son. I just allowed that other man to raise it because he got more money than I do.
Okay,
So,
that's fair. That's fair.
I go on let him, take care of the bills.
Shout out to Black fathers.
I let him take care of the. Oh.
Yes, I have talked to the family. Talk to them all the time. They are doing well.
Yeah.
Episode 2 comes out next Wednesday.
Okay.
The first episode, and Adrian will have a solo song on next Wednesday.
On next Wednesday's episode, I have not had a chance to see episode 1 yet. I saw clips. Of him singing, and was like, "Look at this boy right here. I know this boy." And doing his thing, sounding all good and whatnot.
And we encourage others to watch it.
Yes, but I am encouraging others to watch it. Really, all my nephews are doing well out here in these streets. I got my book today. What Jay say?
Yeah.
Am I going wrong? Okay, there it is. Got my book and started reading my book with the great Justice Killebrew.
How big is that book?
It's a pretty big book.
Wow. Okay.
It's a big book, but it's not a long book. It's like 16 pages.
It's just, I like that.
But it's a big book. And let me tell you something. What you don't see, although you can see it in the cover, but the illustration in the book is equally as amazing as the poems.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The young man who did the illustration, I think his name is Jay Coop or Choop. He did a phenomenal job. I mean, phenomenal. So it really complements the book and highlights everything that Jay is saying. I see why it's dominating the Amazon poems and Black authors and is number 1 on those bestsellers. I see why it is real, and it's an easy read. And you see the power of good parenting all throughout the book.
Wow.
Well, you also there is what he does on our show, the clip that we show.
You want to add something to it? Okay. The poem that is on the beginning of the show.
Make a contribution.
You did good, boo. I forgot. I be forgetting things. You make me look better.
Mm-hmm.
The poem that we used at the beginning of our show is also in the book. That's what she was trying to say. So it's a really, really good read. So I encourage you all to get it. Go to Amazon, Dots of the Calm, and get your copy of What Jay Say, a collection of poems by Justice Killebrew. It'll bless your soul. So there you go.
Okay.
So all our nephews from Noise Media are doing wonderful out here in these streets. Let me tell you something. If you hook up with Noise Media, you're going to be a success.
Hey.
That's what it is.
Success
over here. That's what we're doing. We're breeding it. One young man at a time. One young girl at a time. So it's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right. What we got to do? Oh, we said we was coming back to the topic.
Wait a minute.
What
happened to White Noise?
Oh, did he text me?
He ain't called nothing.
He ain't checked in.
See that?
Hold on.
White folks not to show up for work.
That's very true. That's actually very true. Did I miss this text? Maybe I missed this text.
Wow, you don't know?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. He did text me. I'm sorry, White Noise. Not White Noise. White Organist. You got me calling White Noise.
Oh,
White organist. White noise is a whole different person.
Well, you know, all them white folks look alike.
Now, I'm. You know what? You know what?
Gets the button.
This is how we started the show. That's where we started.
God damn, that was racist.
Kicked it off hot.
You had, like I said, something wrong.
I would not confirm nor deny your thoughts. What I will do is allow white organists.
True story.
Okay.
When you join the military, anybody that's on here that was in the military know what I'm getting ready to say. When you join the military, the first thing they do after they take your shit is they give you a buzz haircut.
Oh yeah.
And they don't care nothing about no edges and how they gonna shape it.
Yeah.
They just cut it all off.
Right.
I'm telling you, white folks all look alike. You take away that hairstyle.
Do we all look alike?
No, because we're all different shades.
Indeed.
Wow. This escalated quickly. And I appreciate your sentiment as to the buzz cut. I think you gave a strong and compelling argument. Doesn't change the facts. Doesn't change the facts though. Doesn't change the facts. It probably is a true story. It just doesn't change.
It's true.
Doesn't change the facts. Let us allow white organist to get his check, please. So we'll give a short. Now, white organist, you got to keep it short today. Wherever you are, I think I don't know where he's at. Somehow he's piping this in, so I'm sure he can hear me because he got to time it out. But nevertheless, just keep it short and don't come in hot. You were hot last time. There you go. Much better. Much better. Nice volume and everything. But thank y'all for tuning in tonight to Noise Media Entertainment's Talkin NOIZ Daily Podcast. We have a fine show prepared for you. Shout out and blessings to all our nieces and nephews that are out here in these streets, and all of y'all in the sick and shut in with that cocoa one night. We want to just say praise God for you. We're praying for you. And blessings upon your life. Now grab your Bible and head over to the pew and get comfortable as we bless you with this word from the Lord. Yes. Good job, by the way. You play like a man trying to keep his job.
Listen. There is no way. Now I know you say he piped that in. There is no way that's a white man playing that organ or playing that black song in church.
That's a white organist.
There's no way. There's no way he's doing that.
Okay, you know what?
Him in front of you playing that kind of music.
You know what? That's okay. Music. No, that's okay. You know what we're gonna do, white organist? If you can still hear me, because he normally logs off immediately after. If you can still hear me, tomorrow we're gonna have you on screen playing the song.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Look out!
Technology is on our side. White organist, you gonna play that on screen tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know why Jay is so shocked.
I don't understand. We got Justin Timberlake. He's saying like a black man.
We got John B.
Do you even know what the song was? That was a black song, Mama Noise.
No, she don't know what the song is. You don't know what the song is.
It sounded like He Never Failed Me Yet.
What? No, it was not He Never Failed Me Yet. And that's not even a song. That's just a line in the song.
Are we getting ready to go toe to toe again so I can know? Because you and Jay always seem to.
I want to be very clear.
They always try to come for me and rest on that. I've been in the church my whole life.
I want to be very clear about this. What you just said about the toe to toe. This is not a toe that you can stand toe with. Gospel music. This ain't your area. Now, if you want to talk R&B,
I never said. Let me be clear. I never said that I have been in the church my whole life, unlike Jay Joyner and Lloyd Spence and Al Brown, who be trying to say, Mama Noise, your salvation certificate still got wet ink.
Oh, damn.
Mama Noise, I just want to know, when you joined the church, did they give you the right hand of fellowship? That means you just joined church.
No, they just rushed it back to new members.
No, they didn't. They didn't have no new members.
You know,
No,
these new churches, they don't do right hand.
they didn't do that at the Mount Nebo Baptist Church.
Did he give you the right hand of fellowship?
No, because they stopped it after 2000.
Oh, so you barely got in, Mama Noise, under the old regime. Under the old regime is what I'm saying. Under the old regime. So you might have been one of the last people to get the right hand of fellowship. Because I agree with Jay. After 2000, that right hand of fellowship just suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, they stopped it.
They was like, go to new members and bring your W-2s.
No. Some of them right hands of fellowship was left hand something else.
Ooh, Mama Noise, you coming in hot.
Wait.
You coming in hot too. What? You coming in hot too. Lord.
No, I'm coming in with facts. I couldn't even go to my uncle's funeral for the pastor trying to hit on me. I'm sitting there going, Pastor, ain't your wife over there?
That's too much.
Sir?
Why you holding on to receipts and stuff?
Then he gonna slide over. I noticed.
Okay, let the man live. Let the man live.
What?
I'll be right back.
All right. You coming in hot, Mama Noise. Way hot.
I'm just saying, there's some, you trying to give me the business about the right hand. You need to be looking out for the left.
Ooh, oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord have mercy. It's rough in these streets right now. It is rough in these streets. Hold on. Before we continue, I got to give it. Well, I'll wait till tomorrow. I was going to give a shout out to Ron. I love Ron. Ron's on vacation. He'll be back probably tomorrow. But he sent us a picture that was priceless. But I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll wait till tomorrow so he can talk about the picture.
So he can give us a description of what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pastor Noise. I'm sorry.
Not too late now. You done already put the man under the bus.
I'm just saying, y'all be trying to give me the business.
You still don't know what the name of the song is.
So what? I don't know all the songs that came from the hymn whose papers is probably papyrus.
You know what? You don't have to do that. That's unnecessary, what you just did right there. The song was "Oh How I Love Jesus," because, hey, glory, he first loved me. There is a name I love to hear. I love to sing of his word. It sounds, hey, glory, it sounds like music in my ear. The sweetest name on earth.
Well, I'm so glad he loved me regardless of when I got in, for those that came in back when the right.
I said you made it on the cut line.
No, see how you say on the cut line? What is that?
Because you was one of the last people to get the right hand of fellowship, and then they got rid of it.
I don't remember no right hand.
Right hand of fellowship is when you finished saying while you came up that you was coming up by salvation, letter, or Christian experience.
It was Christian experience.
And so once you made your confession, everybody in the church put their right hand in the air and said, "We receive."
Wait a minute. So I have to wait till some people that don't even know me got to raise their hand and confirm?
Right.
What kind of nonsense is that?
We ain't just letting anybody up in here.
What kind of arrangement is that? Show me where it is in the testaments of the Bible.
Albie, I don't know if you tried the other link and it didn't work, but I sent the new link, just FYI. Okay.
Where is it in the Bible that I got to get some Negroes that don't even know me to raise their right hand and testify for me when I'm the one that had the Christian experience?
Well, I never said it was in the Bible. I just said that's how they proceed.
No, I'm just saying y'all talking about I got there on the borderline and right under the line. Who determined the start of the line?
I'm trying to understand why you choosing violence tonight, because you are really
because y'all try to rear back like, well, you didn't make it.
Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman, just calm down.
No, it was
Mama knows the only that was out there, Mama knows, was James Evans. We not ran back talking about no.
Yeah, y'all was doing the most.
That's right. I'm sorry, Al. You're right, Al. I'm sorry. You don't raise your hand. You extend it. in fellowship. You know,
What was that supposed to send something to me?
Yeah, like like Jesus waves or
You
something.
mean like stretch your hands?
Stretch your hands toward the saint.
Unbelievable.
It's a gesture of welcome. See, I'm trying to help you.
No, then you saying it wrong then, because you made it seem like I gotta be confirmed by a bunch of people who don't even know me.
You still listen. You still gotta be confirmed. Now we ain't just letting you in.
What to let me in?
Because you want to be in.
No. I'm so glad that y'all ain't in charge of the keys.
That's why they check your W-2s now.
No.
Like we was gonna let you in, but you didn't reach the borderline.
What'd you say, Pastor Noise?
They said don't let them cause you to lose your religion.
I'm just saying, Pastor. They try to come for me and try to tell me, well, we're gonna raise our hand, but now trust, we're gonna be looking at you under the microscope. And
We're gonna look at you under the microscope.
If we see that your W-2s ain't matching up with what you giving in as an offering, then we might have to ask you to leave.
We might have to give you a letter of concern.
No, ain't no letter.
we see that the growth of your W-2s is not in alignment with the amount of tithing that the Lord would requireth of thee.
No, I'm so glad the Lord ain't like, man, I can't do it.
The Bible says. Oh,
no, it don't. And see, there go Kyrie.
Rod, you gotta be over here cracking up. I'm about to choke over here. Ron, I'm about to choke over here.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, good. Thank you, Lord, that you ain't leave everybody in charge of getting in or out of heaven.
Well, listen, the song says he thought I was worth saving. Hey, come on now. So obviously he thought you was worth saving and stopped by to see you, and all is well. So don't even
because I'm sitting there going,
don't worry about it. You good, boo.
Wait a minute.
But now, like I said, you made it in on the cut.
No,
you did. Listen, I'm telling you, I ain't been to a church in a long time that gave the right hand of fellowship. I ain't seen that in a long time.
Tell them, Pastor Noise. Tell them, Pastor.
Don't listen. You ain't got to cut. That's violence. Why are you choosing violence?
No, I'm just saying, don't get it twisted. You remember the bishop said, well, you got to have one person got one foot in the street.
Mama, I feel like you're bringing a different kind of energy tonight.
What?
And that's the wrong energy for church. That's the wrong energy.
How come you ain't bringing the smoke to Jay? Jay loves to
drop it. Nothing.
No, I'm saying he like to drop it and then he goes. He like, he sit back and then watch the smoke and be like,
Jay ain't saying nothing. Plus, I gotta be sensitive because Jay got that Cocoa 19, so I can't bring it to Jay too hard. Now that he done told us he got that cocoa. He loves cocoa. So I gotta ease Jay. I gotta ease Jay back into society.
Okay.
But I'm glad you made it in, Mom. I'm so glad you made it. So glad made it. Proud of you, girl.
Wow, I'm glad because the way you sung that was kind of like, cause if you didn't get in. Look at him. Look.
I don't have a problem.
Facts, Pastor Corey. Pastor.
Try Jesus. Not me. That's my anthem. I have no problem laying these hands.
These are all facts.
I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs ever.
I mean, listen. That guitar on there.
That's just some old country quartet guitar.
It is?
Yeah, that dude played. That dude
sound like some B.B. King.
That dude clearly played in a quartet. Well, most quartet music is blues music to gospel.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
See,
you didn't know that?
Again, Mama Noise. You back at it again.
What was it because they had the right hand of fellowship?
Mama Noise, if you didn't know that most blues music and gospel music go hand in hand.
Quartet music ain't nothing
but Louis did not play no blues when he was the minister of music.
I played quartet music.
You obviously didn't watch Ray Charles, the movie.
I watched Ray Charles the movie.
It was gospel. It's the same thing.
You heard them quartets singing.
Same thing, Mama Norris.
Felt like cooling water, cooling water, cooling water. That's just blues.
That's blues.
That's just the blues set the gospel. That's all that is.
You didn't play that music at the Baptist church.
It has changed a little bit, Mama Norris. It's changed a little bit, but the old gospel was it was the blues.
Listen to the music of some of them songs. Clean up, where I messed up.
That was not what we listened to.
On my life over again.
That's what the old gospel was.
But that's not what the old gospel. There wasn't no old gospel playing in the Baptist church when I got there.
Well, because you
didn't get there to 2000.
Right, you got there late.
Okay, cause
you got there about an hour and a half earlier. You'd have heard it. Look what just popped up, y'all.
Stupid. It's so stupid.
I see what you're working with, boy. I see what you're working with the background.
Kyrie, you at the Fiesta?
You went on a field trip today, Kyrie?
I was at the Fiesta.
Yeah,
went on a field trip, man. Went on a field trip.
Hey, Mr. Pastor, co-pastor, did it smell inside that Fiesta?
Say it again.
When you walked up in there, was it odorous? Was it funky?
Was it fishy?
Can you hear it?
It was a little strong.
Like something
it was a little strong. He said it was a little strong.
It's going in and out.
Okay, you said it was a little strong. Is what you said, right?
Strong smells in the Fiesta.
Yeah, it was a strong smell outside before I got to the door.
Oh, goddamn! I mean,
well, at least we know the brand is consistent.
Mama.
But I'm gonna chalk it up to it's 100 in hell outside, so it's probably why.
100 in hell.
I've never heard that in my life.
100 in hell. It's been hot there the whole week.
Oh my gosh.
Every Bruce,
Tony Bruce.
the Lord cannot bless what you're doing right now. I'm just gonna tell you, he said that it smelled like new freedom. The Lord cannot bless it. It's funny. It's funny what you said, but the Lord can't bless that.
I cannot go sign.
I just see the Lord right now sitting in his chair going,
This guy. He's like, this guy.
Did it smell like new freedom? That's just wrong. That's a great layered joke.
Of course it is.
Great layered joke. Kyrie, how's the vacation going, man?
Oh man, it's going good, man. We having a blast, enjoying time hanging out with the fam. But we're going back to the Ville tomorrow, though. Gotta head back. Back to the Ville again. Yeah. Well, listen. While you've been gone, you missed the floods in Eastern Kentucky. Yeah. I heard Negroes are swimming today. Niggas are now learning how to swim over in Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. They're saying this. They have not announced it officially, but there's going to be many casualties.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. They've only announced 3 officially, confirmed 3 officially, but you can't confirm it until you.
Right, the water has to go down first.
Water's got to go down, and then also you got to find somebody to identify. And let's say if it's a family, well, who's going to identify? You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a little while to sort all this out. But they have said it is one of the worst floodings in the history of the state. So our thoughts and our prayers go out to the Eastern Kentucky. I actually text Al this morning. Said, man, you all right? Because on my notification it just said flooding in Kentucky. It wasn't specific.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with all the articles and stuff popping out here, man, and
yeah,
it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
So why? I know if water falls consistently in most cities or areas, it will flood. But why was this flood so bad? Is it the hills, or is it poor drainage, or just too much rain at one time?
Probably all the
Too
above.
much. Yeah, all three above. A lot of it was a lot of rain all at one time. I think they got hit with like 3 or 4 days, man. It's just
There's
consistent
3 or
rain.
4 days and 10 inches.
That's a
It's
lot of
just
rain.
Yeah,
the same.
anytime you can measure the rain as inches, that's not good.
This is the same type of rain that fell up in St. Louis where they was flooded up there.
I think it's the same storm.
Exact same storm system.
Yeah,
Uh,
same storm. It just
my
moved down.
my sister works for the gas company and was like, her heart was just hurting for all the people that were calling in with all kinds of challenges, all because of this flooding that happened up in St. Louis.
Man, there's nothing like water damage and flood damage. I mean, not water damage and flood damage. There's nothing like water damage and fire damage to destroy property.
Mm-hmm.
You lose everything, basically.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I was telling Lloyd, you know, that in Texas, that you like, oh, okay, it stays dry all the time. It's so hot all the time. But boy, when the rain falls, if you in one of those floodplains, when I saw the park down the street from our house underwater, I never seen that much water in my life. That it was a whole park the day before, and the day after that, that whole park was underwater.
Anthony Bruce brings up a really good point. He said Louisville is set up to move 6 inches of rain at a time or whatever in a day or whatever. I wonder if that's like the standard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because and then once you get over that line, you're just at the mercy of the elements, which is probably
not a national standard because some places won't get 6 inches. So it
That's
has to be based on the history of
the history
waterfall
of
for that area. Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, like I said, I thought some prayers are with him, man. This is Kentucky's been hit a lot here lately, man. These last couple of years, I think it was last year. It was the tornadoes, and now it's the flooding, and it's all been eastern, mid to eastern base, man. If you know things, if you know Kentucky at all, and Ron and Kenyatta and Al and I do very well.
I do too.
Not really.
Didn't nobody ask about Jackson, Mississippi?
Right. The state really can't afford that kind of trauma. Like it's already a poor state. I mean, if we keep this up, we'll be poorer than Mississippi, which has not ever been the goal. We don't want to be poorer than Mississippi. That was one of our claim to fame. Like when you drove into the state, on the sign, on the southern part of the sign, it said, "Hey, at least we're better than Mississippi." Like that was actually on the walking sign. So this keeps up, we ain't gonna be able to put that on there. We got to take that off.
Although when we left Louisville about 7 years ago, man, when that river jumps the banks, sir, that river jumped the banks and practically flood downtown Louisville.
Yeah. So
you
there
are
we go.
You are correct. You are correct, Mama Noise. As much as we are complaining about this heat here in Texas, just hold on. That rain is gonna come.
Yeah.
When it comes, sometimes it can be a mother hubbard. You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you say, okay, wait a minute. What area am I moving to, or what area have I moved to? Because I don't want to find out once it starts flooding that I'm on a floodplain.
Well, one of the issues with DFW area, we have a lot of lakes here.
But are they the man-made ones?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're all man-made or not, but there are.
Wow.
They're bringing shade tonight. It's wrong. It's funny, but it's wrong. By the way, Anthony Bruce is 2 for 2 tonight. He is 2 for 2. Oh, man. Kyrie, are y'all leaving early or late?
Flight's at 12:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's a midday action.
Yeah, midday. So we'll get out here.
So did you enjoy the flight? That's the question, because I know you tried, without putting the airline out there, I know you tried a new airline. Did you enjoy the flight?
Yeah, the flight was good, man. Even though it was a new airline, nice plane, clean plane. It left on time, arrived on time.
There you go.
Austin Airport, unfortunately, where you land at is outside the airport. You know, they try to
I've
say it's in
actually,
the airport, but you're on the south side of the airport.
yeah,
And that's
I've actually
bullshit.
been.
And that's bullshit because it takes you 30 minutes to get back to the terminal.
Right. I've actually been to the Austin airport, so I know what you're talking about. Not only that, but the rental car situation over there, I hate it because it's in a parking garage.
We had to switch cars 4 times to get a car to fit.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Why 4 times?
Because they didn't know what the word "I need a full size" mean. I don't know if it's a Texas thing. They don't understand full size.
Yes, they do.
I need something big enough to host. We need something big to host 7 people plus luggage.
They should know what that means. All these short white women running around in SUVs. They should know what. Because this is a lot. Y'all stop playing. Stop playing. That is not racist. That is full on fact. Texas roads are full. No, Texas roads are full of short white women, 5 feet and under, driving trucks. Y'all know that's true.
Trucks and Suburban.
That was racist.
How's that racist? It's the truth.
It's absolutely racist.
And it's all the big trucks with. And it's all the big truck with the big wheels, and their ass can't get out the damn truck. They got to slide and fall, then bust their
Without
face.
the runner, they need
Ron been there a week. Ron been there a week. He already able to confirm it.
I'm saying if you'd have said short women, you saying all white.
But it's not short women. You don't see Hispanic women and black women and Asian women driving them trucks.
Hispanic women do drive them trucks like the white women.
Yes, you do see Hispanics driving those trucks.
Yes, you do. You
not by themselves, though. Not by themselves. They probably got 15 other people with them when they drive them trucks.
See, now you definitely get the button. Talk about with 15 other people, really, Lloyd?
Am I lying? Is there a lie? Have I told a lie yet?
Not a lie yet. They make their own ladder to get out.
Thank you.
Pastor Noise said, Kyrie, you need if you got 7 people, that's an SUV or a minivan. It is not a full size car.
That's what he said. He want an SUV, right?
No, he said he wanted full size.
No. They have full size SUVs and they have regular SUVs. We asked for full size SUV or a minivan that everybody can fit in. They didn't understand the word full size SUV, which is on their website.
Okay, Kyrie, here's the problem.
The devil is
a whole lot of these jobs are people that they putting in the position have no background, have no experience, so they just got warm bodies answering the phone and warm bodies that are in the position.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on for a second, because if Sean think for 1 second, I'm gonna let him get away with that.
God damn, that was racist.
Okay, carry on. Yeah, you boy. Right, you know what it is.
I'm so mad at you, Sean.
but again, no lie told. No lie told. Well, I'm glad y'all.
But then I also got to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I got to ask a question though. Why they don't believe in street lights in Texas?
Explain.
We're trying to conserve energy.
Because
the light poles are there. They're trying to conserve energy.
You talking about when they start blinking at night?
No, when they ain't on.
They not even on. You ride down the road, it's dark as hell.
They're conserving.
What time of night?
I'm talking about Mama Noise 8, 9, 10. Well, you know, we get home about 11, 12. It's dark as hell. I mean, it's midnight dark.
It's either that or let you run your air. It's either that or let you run your air conditioning. You can't do
I mean, listen, make the choice.
You gotta pick your poison.
You gotta pick your poison. If we run these lights, you're gonna be without air. So
Kyrie, in Texas, the the power grid wins. The power grid calls the shots.
You know what? This is just wrong.
Then
The way
again,
this
Kyrie,
show is-
it depends on what part of Texas you are. I mean, I know you're in Austin, but I mean, if you're in the hood, there's a reason why the lights ain't on.
Well, the one place I want you to put the lights on is in the hood. Hell, damn, the air put the lights on. Them niggas
why
are
the lights ain't on? Why the lights ain't on in the hood?
Jay,
Y'all better keep going. I don't want to get us in trouble.
No, I just need to know because I mean they ain't asking the people in the hood to pay for the bill, are they?
No, you know. Back where we from, they shoot them lights out and they shoot the signs. And
shoot the lights out. What the?
You think the
back
people
where
out
I'm
here
from? Back where I'm from.
Well, but see, back where you from, shooting the lights out is called entertainment.
Yeah, people in Mississippi had shut the lights out.
It's either that or burn a couch. I mean, you know.
Burn a couch.
Oh no, that's Kentucky. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm
And
sorry. I'm sorry.
this is true.
I got it confused. One thing about this show is really honest. It's a very honest show.
We definitely don't burn couches in Mississippi. We keep them couches on the porch.
I can't do it.
You gonna burn up a perfectly good couch that could be out there on the porch? Nah.
However, I was in Houston and seen some couches and wash machines on the front porch.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it on the porch.
Nope. I said I can't do it.
It was good to hear from Kyrie. Kyrie, if you can get the connection back, come on back. We'd love to have you.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mama knows I never knew that you were so bougie until
She bougie, bro.
doing this podcast with you. I just never knew. You know, Mr. Noise used to mention it from time to time, but I never really picked up on it. But
Bougie,
now,
bro.
hearing you talk now, Mama Noise, where the hell are you from?
She bougie,
What
bro.
exactly are you trying to say?
You bougie.
I am. I ain't
You
great.
are.
A part of the black experience back in the day was a couch on the porch.
Dad, you better get a rocking
was
chair.
too
You better
hot,
get a swing.
It was too hot in the house, so you sit out there on the porch with a towel and you fan the flies and
Nope.
And a washing machine go on the back porch. He right. Anthony Bruce right.
Mama Noise.
My grandmother had
That was
a wood swing on the front porch. There wasn't no furniture. On the back porch, the old school washing machine that wrenches out your clothes with them it looked like two rolling pins that would rinse out your that was on the back porch. But there wasn't no couches on the couches.
They may have not had couches on the porch in the inner city now because they might scared to make a shot. But I mean, back in the country.
Mama Noise lived in the suburbs though. She ain't living in either one of them experiences.
I mean, because driving down the street in the country, if you got your couch on the front porch, you sitting out there, people pass by, they just blow the horn. Doot, doot, you wave.
You wave.
What does that got to do with a couch?
You sit on the couch and you
sit on.
We had the metal patio furniture. A metal chair.
Them green
And a wood swing. Didn't nobody have no couches? They were too expensive. Them things was covered with plastic. In the house with heavy plastic.
Mama knows you didn't buy the couch you bought the couch brand new for the house. Once it got old and raggedy and them kids kept peeing on it, you put it out there on the porch.
Not in Gertrude's house. That heavy plastic stayed on there the day she. You ain't had nobody peeing on no nothing. You better take your tail in there with that raggedy. If it was, the raggedy couch was in the back, but it was not on the porch.
First of all, let's start with the fact that in Mississippi, y'all allowing people to pee on the couch. Let's not run over that.
I mean,
that feels like
allowing people to pee on the couch. Y'all had kids. Kids have accidents.
Nope.
No.
You got the switch.
Not peeing on the couch and we sit on it accidents. No. No.
Are the diaper was too full and you didn't change it in time on the couch? Are the wee hung outside of the diaper and peed on the couch?
All you doing is confirming the high level of negligence that takes place in Mississippi. That's all you doing right now. And we need to keep CPS on speed dial in that state.
Well, you ain't had
that's
no
really
boy.
what she said.
You ain't had no boy. Sometimes that we get a little bit longer, a little bit.
You better wee in the bathroom.
No.
Furthermore, my grandmother said, "Oh, I remember when you came down here. When you brought you down here, your mama come bringing disposable diapers. We didn't have no disposable diapers until your mama showed up with you down there." I was like, "Hey, my fault."
Y'all was bougie.
Mama knows you never had no cloth on your ass.
Yeah, it's called panties.
Oh, damn.
What is going on right now?
Cloth.
Mama knows everybody back in the day had them big pins and the cloth on their ass.
And just how far back are we going, sir?
Mama knows
Y'all
you're
going
as
back.
old as I am. You never had to. Well, no, not with your kids, but with your little cousins, you never had to wash out a cloth diaper.
If I did, I don't remember. I don't remember that. I told you I came up in the time when the disposable kicked it. Matter of fact, when did they start disposable?
They didn't always have disposable when we were kids.
I know they didn't, but I did.
Ah, dog, this conversation is. They said that's what the washing machine with the rollers was for the cloth diapers.
I mean, that was the norm. Them big old ass.
The hell?
With the blue end or the green end.
What the hell?
Wow. Disposable diapers was invented in 1948.
That don't mean they made it to the black community in 1940.
Yeah, they didn't get to the black community in 1940. I can promise you that.
No.
Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble unveils diapers in 1970.
There is no way that those diapers got to the black community in 19. No.
Hell no.
Well, my mama had some, so
in the 60s, we would still use the cloth diapers. Now maybe in the 70s, you kind of moved away from them a little bit, but
once we got them factory jobs, we upgraded.
Yeah, probably so.
Then we was like, shoot, Biden can now pick the president.
Now my dad's mom was in Mobile, so I didn't expect for them to have the up-to-date stuff at that time when I was born.
What you trying to say about Mobile?
I'm saying in comparison to up north, where everybody from the south was trying to get to, wouldn't it seem like they would have the more modern stuff first?
You trying to say Mobile is a bougie area?
No, I'm saying it was in the country in comparison to up north. So that's why my grandmother had an attitude talking about, here you come with these disposable diapers. Well, and she had 11 children. So she like, I ain't never heard of no disposable diapers until I came down there as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
In the early 70s.
Okay. I'm not sure how we got into this particular subject matter.
Well, Jeff, we're talking about you ain't never had no cloth on your.
Like I said, I'm not sure how we got to this subject matter. I feel like we've grinded the show to a screeching halt at this point.
It's all Mama Noah's fault.
That's right.
Wow, really, sir?
That's probably true.
Unbelievable.
This is doing nothing for my spaghetti, the sleepiness, my itis.
Oh, because you're about to go, oh, are you done?
All right. Let's jump. Well, the topic is what we talked about on Tuesday. Like who are we following? And we kind of ended off where we always end off on this show because we somehow end up talking about black followers and whatnot. What's up, LeBaron? It's good to see you, brother. Shout out to Popcorn World.
Oh.
I was going to ask the question tonight. As it currently stands today, July 28, 2022, can black fathers be followed?
Can black fathers be what?
Followed. If black fathers are the head of the house
This is heavy.
and essentially possibly the head of the community,
Oh,
because we
shit.
said we talked about Tuesday, we don't have a leader, and we don't know if our leaders can be trusted. So now, if you can't trust an overall leader anymore, then leadership's got to come from somewhere. So okay, we say maybe it should come from the black father. So I asked that question: can black fathers be followed?
My God.
Can they?
Can they?
Of course they can.
Why you say that?
My kids follow you and look for your leadership.
Okay.
You're not that black man outside on the porch that you know. They respect your leadership.
Twitter's on fire today. Twitter said the police follow them all the time. That's how we responded to Twitter just now. Should a woman follow a baby daddy in the same way that we follow the fathers in the home?
No.
Well, you can't just stop at no. You got to go further than that.
Well, you can't demand leadership if you haven't committed.
Well, who is he leading? Is he leading his children, or is he obligated to lead the family?
It's one and the same. You can't lead your kids and then send them back over there to mama's house for the rest of the month, because that leadership you thought you taught has to be reinforced over and over and over again. That's what parenting is. Parenting ain't no weekend thing. Ain't no once a week out of a month thing, and you expect for there to be some positive results from your teaching? I don't think so. If that was the case, then my black ass could have shut up a long time ago. All this teaching I've been doing around here, and I'm still having to do
it. So the guy that's doing it part-time is not a leader?
You can't expect to be followed if you're not present in that kid's life on a daily basis.
Okay, so what about the baby daddy who is present on a daily basis? He takes the kid to school. He picks the kid up from school. He takes him to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, and then sits with him with his homework, and then the mama comes and picks him up after work and takes him home. What about that guy?
Well, that sounds like co-parenting to me. That's a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of co-parents out there.
That's a little bit of a difference.
I got him 6 months. I got him 6 months. You got him 6 months. It's co-parenting.
Listen, I take offense to that there's a lot of co-parenting out there.
Why you take offense to it?
There may be some, but Negro, there ain't no lot.
There could be a lot. I think there's a lot.
Don't come with all that old good shit.
I think there could be a lot. You don't know if there's not a lot. You don't know.
Our biggest problem is we just won't tell the truth on us. So we don't think we got cancer. We just keep lying, talking about this is just gas.
I don't think anybody's confused cancer with gas.
Oh my gosh, what a comparison.
I don't think that's happening at all.
There's plenty of people that have had ailments, whether it be cancer or whatever, Until you go get the diagnosis, you're gonna keep that. You don't know what it is.
Well, that might be an inaccurate diagnosis, cuz to say that it's a lot of that may not be true. Maybe there are a lot of brothers out here who are truly trying to co-parent to the best of their abilities.
You know, I am as serious as I am ugly. Y'all look at me close now. Y'all look. I am as serious as I am ugly about this. I'm tired of trying to have conversations with black people about us when we won't tell the truth about us. There are absolutely men out there that are co-parenting. There are absolutely some men out there that are raising their kids by themselves. There are absolutely men out there that are with their wives or with their woman. They might not even be married. They're shacking. Y'all know they're shacking.
Right.
And they are parenting their kids. There are absolutely men out there doing it. But God damn it, when you come on all this, a lot of.
But you just named five different categories. Don't you think by the time you add up all those categories, that's a lot of people?
So now you're throwing the categories together to come up with to fit your lie.
It's not a lie, cuz it's a reality.
Yes.
It's not a lie, it's a reality. We said there's a lot of people who are doing it differently, not necessarily doing it the traditional way. But they are engaged. Should they be followed? Okay. What about the ones that you just mentioned? The 5 different categories you just mentioned. Can they be followed?
Sure, a man could be followed. I mean, what kind of question is that? I'm followed. My daughter listens to everything I tell her. She might not do everything I tell her, but she know Daddy gonna get on that ass eventually. So she gonna figure it out. But my daughter follows her dad. So I do believe your daughters follow their dad.
Right.
I absolutely do believe that black men, black fathers can be followed. But you got to be present to be followed.
But we're talking about the
ones. You can't phone it in to I talked to him last week. I talked to him on the phone. Now you know I told you better act right. You're phoning it in.
But we're talking about the ones. We're talking about the ones who are present, though. You're saying they can be followed. So if they can be followed, why aren't we making that the movement?
What do you mean?
Why aren't we making the ones that are trying to do it right or trying to be present? Because I understand what LeBare's trying to say. You can't be part-time, be present, which I don't know what that means. Because when I say, here's what I mean by saying I don't know what that means. Because I would rather have a young man who is co-parenting, because see, the court's gonna do what they do. And so a court may say to that young man who wants to have 6 months out of the year, well, right now, the way your job situation is, we only gonna give you 3 months out of the year and weekends. Well, that's all he's given. If he goes through the legal process, that's all that the court says they're gonna give him. But if he's showing up every weekend and he's showing up and he's there for his 3 months and he's doing what he's supposed to do, financially responsible and those things, and he's checking in as much as she will allow him to check in, I can't say that's an absentee father. He's just in a bad situation. He made the mistake of choosing the wrong girl, and now he's stuck in this situation. But if he's giving an effort, he's doing what he's being allowed to do.
You say he made a mistake and he chose the wrong girl.
Well, listen, brother, you jumped in and chose one with your thing-a-lang, and you probably should have chose that one. Mama said, don't stick your thing-a-lang in something that don't sing rain. Or something like that. I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
I try to give you room to correct your statements, but you
What
oftentimes
correction?
you oftentimes just dig in. You
What correction
don't
do I need to make?
you don't give a shit. You just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's true. That's very true.
But
That
wait. You can't agree with him because he said a large
segment.
segment.
He did say
Well,
that.
that would crush your statement that a lot of men.
No, it's not. Nick is involved in every one of his children's lives, according to Nick.
Financially.
According to Nick.
Financially.
No, that ain't what he said. He said he is involved in every one of them babies' lives. Every one.
What is involved called? What is define involved?
I can't. That's Nick's word. It's not mine.
He like, look, I get a my paymaster makes sure a check goes to each one of them baby mamas.
And he said he spends time with them. He said he spends time with them.
What, via Zoom?
No, he didn't say nothing about no Zoom, Mama. No, now you just being rude.
The kids are spread across the nation like Johnny Appleseeds. How you gonna spend time with them?
He can bring them all together for a play date.
What?
He can have play dates and ain't gotta involve no other parent. Because they right back to back.
You know, I can't handle these foolish conversations that we're trying to have on here.
No, it's not foolish. I'm just trying to understand. I asked the question. We're seeking answers. We seek knowledge and wisdom.
Okay. Pascal did make it clear that he was talking about the difference. Notice the difference between the male and the man.
We got it. I'm just trying to understand. Because Kyrie said a while back, he said, I'd rather have a co-parent than no parent.
Sure, you would rather have a co-parent than no parent. Sure. Absolutely.
Well, that's what we're talking about, cuz.
But it's still not.
Can a co-parent be followed?
If you are legitimately co-parenting, you have to understand, Mr. Norris. And I'm sure you do. You just talking all this old garbage. Part-time parenting is hard. And oftentimes, families, when both parents really do care, there's friction. Because I bring Johnny over to my house for the summer. And me and my woman are now raising Johnny for the summer. But Johnny got to go back home to mama for the school year.
Right.
Everything I taught Johnny over the summer is gone. Because now mama is teaching Johnny something totally different. That type of parenting, though it may make the parents feel okay, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If you can't be together, then co-parent. I'm not saying that. But oftentimes, parenting is all about pouring into your kids on a consistent basis. Yes, you love them, you keep them safe from harm and danger, but you're trying to raise them to be healthy, whole adults. You can't do that on a part-time basis.
But if he's pouring in as much as he is allowed to pour in, is it his fault that his circumstances has caused it to be part-time?
What was his circumstances?
Well, I said earlier the courts get involved because she wants a specific child support. She didn't agree to the number that they talked about privately. So rather than agree privately without a court system, they decided to take the court. So now money is funneled through the court system for the child support, and it also has other rules and restrictions.
This is going to rub some of the noise makers wrong. It may even rub you guys wrong on the screen. But I mean what I say, and I say exactly what I mean. If you contend that you care so much about your kids, you contend that you love your kids so much, why couldn't you make it work with their mother?
You
Now,
said why couldn't they make it work with the mother?
I know in some cases that may be impossible, but for the vast majority, why couldn't you make it work? Why wouldn't you make it work? Listen, part of the reasons why I'm still here today, I know y'all don't like when I talk like this, but I don't give a shit. Part of the reasons why I'm still here today, no other man is going to raise my child. I don't give a shit what I got to put up with. No other man is going to raise my child. It won't happen. Unless the good Lord call my black ass home, I'm going to be here to raise mine. I'm sorry. I know I got a little hype, but that's how I feel.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us. And it's awesome. Ron says it's not about the mother, your responsibility is to the kid. Your co-pastor said that.
Say what now?
Your co-pastor said it's not about the mother, it's about the responsibility to the kid.
I mean, I believe in love. I believe in all those feelings. I believe in all that shit.
He said if the thing break down between you and the mama, as long as you stay there and engaged to the kid, you're doing your job.
So stand together for the kids.
Well, you shouldn't let it break down, though, because the kids got to see it modeled. You shouldn't let it break down.
But a lot of times, cuz it's broken down before you ever get to the kid. It's raggedy from the start. But the lust takes over and the flesh is weak, and next thing you know, you done knocked up.
But Mr. Noise, we can work on that and make work what we want to make it work.
That's true.
But everybody gotta want to make it work.
I don't disagree.
Everybody gotta want to make it work. And if she don't want to make it work because she don't respect you beyond what you pile drive her into, there ain't nothing you can do about that. Just saying. I'd like to say, like you and LeBaron are trying to insinuate tonight, that it's all the man's fault and he's a quitter and he's a coward. Now, I will say this. I don't have a lot of respect for men that don't stay engaged in their kids' life. I don't get that. I don't understand it. And I don't have a lot of respect for you. I will say that boldly and proudly. But the guys that are trying and they're meeting a brick wall, I got respect for them too. I know men who are good men who have tried, who have fought, gone to court. Court rejected them because of various reasons. They trying, and they can't break through the wall. I don't know what you tell that dude. Keep trying.
I don't disagree. Those cases exist. Those no matter how small that number is, because it's not the majority. It's not a whole
more than you
lot.
think. It's more than you think, cuz. It's more than you think. It's more than you think. I know you don't like to give these brothers credit. You think they're all out here just BSing around.
That's such a fair, unfair, wrongful, bogus ass statement.
You don't think they making it. You think these black fathers,
huh?
You think these black fathers ain't got no, these black babies ain't got no daddies.
If anybody believes that I don't support black men and the goodness of black men, then you don't know me. What I don't support is us lying to ourselves about what our men are doing. The numbers say it, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you what the numbers say. I'm looking at fathers.com, and fathers.com says 57.6% of black children are living absent their biological fathers. I'm looking at news24.com that says 70% of black children live without their biological, 70% live without their black fathers. I'm looking at Vox.com, 59.5% live without their black father. Here's my point. All these surveys, 4 or 5 different surveys that I'm looking at, and they all give a different number. Now, the problem with the number, hold on. The problem with the number is also that they haven't asked every black father, or they haven't asked every black family. So they're working off of statistics that are flawed in their own right. So if you've asked every black family or surveyed every black family in America, then I'll stall you out and I'll go with whatever number you give me. But that, we all know that ain't true. My point is, we can be fed a narrative and believe in that narrative so greatly. I'm not saying black fathers are doing the thing and they killing the game. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying maybe, just maybe, cuz that the numbers are not quite as bad as they make it out to be. Because what is the qualification of not having a biological father?
Mr. Norris, we've said on this here show many of times that you, Ninja, myself, Ron, and we go on and on, are not the norms.
Al B.
Right. Not the norms. We've said that over and over again. Now you come here with this old milkshake bullshit that's going to upset everybody's stomach, talking about black fathers. 60% of them at home. That's the number you want to hear? You want to hear?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So you feel better about our situation. But it's a
I didn't say it was 50, I didn't say it was 60%. But I don't necessarily believe that it's 70% that ain't there.
Anywhere from 60, because you said the lowest one you said was 59. So anywhere 59. From 60 to 70 to 75% easily are not in a 2-parent mama and daddy home.
But that doesn't mean, again, I don't think you're listening. It ain't registering with you. I'm saying that may be true that he's not in the home as the father every day, all day. But that does not mean that he's not involved in the child's life.
I agree. Mr. Noise, you work and I work, and we know that there's roughly 24 hours in a day. And that if you're going to work and if you're going to have any type of social life, that you really don't have time to rip and run across town seeing kids here and there, because most men that got kids outside of the home got more than just one outside the home. So they got
brought in another stereotype.
They got to rip it.
Now you brought in another stereotype. Now the ninja got 4 baby mamas.
Well, listen.
Everybody out here Nick Cannon in it.
We're only appalled because Nick is doing it so publicly, but that really ain't all that normal.
Oh, what Nick is doing right, that ain't normal.
It ain't all that abnormal, excuse me. It's normal.
No, not having 8 baby mamas ain't normal.
No, I'm not saying 8, but I'm saying spreading that seed, Mr. Norris. It's spread, man. It's spread. Listen, you got a Wahite that made a whole career. Maury, a whole career for 30 years trying to figure out who's the baby's daddy.
But it's also been proven that some of those so-called baby daddies were just paid actors.
Were they?
Yes, much like the Jerry Springer show. All them fights wasn't real fights.
That's been proven?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then I'll leave that one alone then, since you say it's proven.
Yes. I don't know if we can hear you typing.
You get on my nerve.
You know, I don't want us to be soft on black men and to give them a pass for what's taking place in our communities. I don't want us to be unnecessarily hard on black men, those that are doing what they're supposed to do. But I don't want us to lie to ourselves either about our situation.
But because, so you saying you don't want us to lie to ourselves, but it's okay to be lied to?
Mr. Noise, you don't have to lie to black folks about the situation in our black community. We know what the hell's going on. Where you from? It don't matter if it's in the church house, in the clubhouse. It don't matter where it is. Black women are primarily raising our kids by themselves. Not all Negroes, but primarily that's what's taking place.
Are you talking about single black mothers and the father's nowhere to be involved? Or are you talking about single black mothers and the father is trying to be involved? I'm confused. You don't want to hear the logic. You want to just buy into. You're the one. You're part of the problem. I see that now. You're part of the problem because you want to buy into the overall stereotypical lie that the black man is a lazy, shiftless nigga. He don't want to raise his children. He's out here in these streets being reckless and blah 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 blah. When the truth of it is, there are some black men that are lazy, just like there's some white men that are lazy, just like there are some Hispanic men that are lazy. I'm not saying black men are infallible. I'm saying that we are being inundated to believe that the majority of us are not doing our job, or at least even attempting to do our job. And that is not necessarily true. And I'm not going to just sit here and believe it just because Fox News told me it was so.
So when I was raised up back in the day, now,
look what you done. You done made the popcorn man leave the factory and making the popcorn for the people and come to the screen.
Hold on, let me get this thought out, and then he can come in.
I was gonna say, you know, you got to get it out.
Let me get this thought out. When I was raised up, it's God honest truth. I had 75 first cousins on my mother's side. It was a lot of us.
A lot of apple seed.
And all of my cousins, now this is the truth, guys. I'm not telling you no bullshit at all. All of my cousins respected my mother and my father because they were the only ones that were married and together. None of my other cousins got to witness that. Like I got to witness that. Now I'm talking about 75 Negroes.
Of the 75 Negroes, how many of those 75 had no active father at all?
Look, playing a role and being a daddy, two different things. I'm sorry.
You can say that, LeBaron, but it ain't. That's just because you say it loud in your truck don't make it true.
Hey, look here.
He tried to come in hot. You see how he tried to come in hot? Like that was going to make a difference?
Look, I couldn't get these supplies out my car fast enough. Look here. The mailman gave my kids all gifts for graduation. He participated in their life. I'm the pappy.
The mailman.
But that's not what we're talking about, LeBaron. We're not talking about active role models.
That's the equivalent. Look, this is Listen. I'm like, cuz at some point, we as black men are gonna have to come to this point, all right, to learn how to cherish our seed. You don't lay your seed anywhere because guess what? You're gonna have to live behind the repercussions of where you leave that seed. Now,
nobody's disagreeing with that.
Hey,
nobody's disagreeing with that, LeBaron. What I'm saying is, let us not disagree with the fact also that there are systems in place that are making it hard for some of these black.
Listen. We can't blame that on the system, Lloyd. We can't blame that on the system. We cannot blame that on the system. We got to blame that on us as black men. I tell my 17-year-old black male son that, look, mess up if you want to, okay? Your seed is your legacy, okay? It's more than just, we think as leaving our seed is the equivalent of jagging off. No, listen, your seed needs to be cherished. That is your legacy.
Hold on a second, LeBaron.
Damn.
Carry on.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Carry on. Carry on.
So we have to raise these black men of realizing that it's not that simple. We know the repercussions that come behind it. We're looking at the repercussions that come behind it. We're looking at the repercussions that come behind it throughout all these school systems. I go into this school system right now. I'm fighting in this school system every day. And if there's a room full of people, okay, if there's 100 people in there, guess what? 95 of them are women. Bringing their child up in there. And I don't want to sit here, well, that's because they won't let the daddy be there. No, the daddy laid his seed in the wrong place, okay? And he's living behind the repercussions behind that bad decision. And don't say mistake, because it wasn't no mistake. You didn't accidentally slip up in it. Aim for it.
No, when I said mistake, you listen. Just because he said loud in the truck, once again, that don't make it true. The reality of it is, it could have been a mistake. It could have been. He could have went in with the best of intentions. It could have been a solid relationship, which oftentimes that it is, and it just didn't work out. And we also know that there are women out there that have, I'm gonna make him pay through this child. So let's not, come on now. If we're going to talk about the problem, hold on. If we're going to talk about the problem, let's talk about the whole problem, and not just the part that make you and Cuz's argument.
Hey, so this brings me back. This brings me back to that post that went viral, about a month ago?
That'll make Ron go to the car with some headphones.
Look, this reminds me of that post that went viral about a month ago. Where they had that little thing where the guy was bringing the food for his one child.
The McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah. And somebody asked me, how did you feel about that? And I go, the problem is that this is not a fixable situation. This is a problem from the get-go, okay? Because where the problem lies is this. Someone laid their seed in the wrong place. And now they feel like they don't have to be responsible for the situation that he earned. He earned that situation when he laid his seed in the wrong place. Okay? So as a man, if he was going to be a father to his child, guess what? He's going to live up to the situation that he earned.
But he did. The man got in his car, left on his lunch break, and went to McDonald's. Got in the drive-thru, waited 20 minutes to get one Happy Meal, and said, "I'm gonna take care of mine." He's trying to do the right thing. She threw the McDonald's on the ground. That's the point that I'm making. Some people are trying. They're trying.
She was that person before he laid his seed.
Now that part is true.
I don't disagree with that, but
but
LeBaron, that point is irrelevant, because whether she was or whether she wasn't, he understood the mistake that he made, and he said, "Oh my God, I should have never got with her, but I'm gonna do my best to try to be there for that child."
Okay, so being there for that child is taking care of that child's siblings, because you caused that child to have half siblings. Your son, your seed. You allow him to have the half siblings, okay?
Okay, so now we're mixing. So now we're mixing.
Now LeBaron trying to change the narrative. Him and Cuz definitely go to the same church. Go ahead, Ron.
So now we're mixing a couple things, because every part of your conversation, both of you guys said, is he has to take care of his seed. God damn it, the woman's not my seed. The lady's not my seed. My seed is my child. The child is my seed. So if you're telling me that as a man, I must stay in a toxic relationship with this woman to raise my child, guess what I'm translating to my child? A toxic behavior that he's going to take with him to his relationship. We always fight and argue and say we got to get rid of toxicity.
You missed what I said, Ron.
You're creating more toxicity.
No, you missed what I said. I said the number one problem is this. we have to, as men, as black men, we have to stop allowing ourselves to be so loose with our seed.
But we know that. That's not. You're not making a point that we don't all know. The point is, once we've done it, we also have the responsibility to try to make it work. That's the point.
But guess what? And we have to man up and understand this, okay? That we do not get the full benefit of being a leader, okay? Because you have to earn that. You have to earn the
He's trying, LeBaron. You're not. You and Cuz are not listening. The man is trying to do that. He's trying to earn the right. But like Ron has said, if he is trying to fulfill his responsibility as a man to raise the child that he brought into the world, you said he added to the siblings. Well, he's also trying to add fatherhood to the family. So he's trying to do right. Now, could he do more? Could he do more? Sure. But if he chooses just to take care of his own and he wants the other 5 guys to step up and do their job as well, why are we crucifying him? Either you can't have it both ways.
Why would I put my son in the position, okay, if I'm so much caring about my child, okay, and I'm concerned about the wear and tear on my child, why would I put him in a position of dissension among his siblings?
Lloyd.
Go ahead, Cuz. What is that?
Once you drop your seed,
so we right back to the same argument we had last week, cuz niggas need to wear condoms. We're right back to the condom discussion again.
Go ahead, Cuz.
Once you drop your seed off into that situation, you now have a greater responsibility than just your seed.
Thank you.
If your responsibility was to pay the light bill, you wouldn't pay the light bill just in your son's room, would you? You pay the entire fucking. Oops.
No, you don't. You meant that. You meant every word of that.
You
don't be trying to oops nothing.
Light bill, so everybody is benefiting from what you're paying. You cannot go in there and bring food to one kid and think those other kids aren't going to feel some kind of way about it.
They are going to feel some kind of way.
It's not your responsibility, but you put your kid.
But that's not what we're saying, cuz. That's not what we're saying. When you're with that woman, your responsibility is everything that's in that house. Why you with that woman? Why you with that woman? That responsibility is yours for everything and anything that's in that house. Once y'all break up, that's not your same responsibility.
All right, I tell you what then, Ron, your responsibility as a man is for the safety of your child. So picture this, okay? You bringing that one child, right, a meal will add dissension among the siblings. And in society that we live today, you know how many siblings are off that have brothers and things like that? So you're creating that environment, okay? So if you're so concerned about your child, you're going to be concerned about your child's well-being all the way around. So I'm not going to put my child in that position.
So my child's going to have to starve with the rest of them.
That was the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
No, that was y'all truth, and that's all it was.
Yeah, you can't. Again, most men will do the right thing and feed everybody in there because that would have been the thing that he could have done.
And that's all we saying.
Where y'all get this shit from?
But earlier the whole conversation had nothing. Somehow I don't know how the hell we ended up back with the McDonald's idea because
the man trying to bring it in and make it point to be in his truck.
But I understand McDonald's and bring the kids McDonald's. I understand it's not a big meal. It's McDonald's, he could have bought 6 burgers for $6. It'd been all right. Same way she could have did it too, and they had to wait for her food stamps. But it's a whole another situation. But the whole point was, you was talking about co-parenting, and if the father needed to be in the home or the father should be in the home, if black fathers are taking care of their kids. That's what we initially started.
Well, we initially started with, can these black men be followed? Can black fathers who are trying to do the right thing be followed? And LeBaron and Cuz say no because they got to be
No, that's not your initial question. Your initial
that
question
is exactly
was,
what the initial question was.
You didn't say try to do. You said your initial question was, can black men be followed? And I was like, yeah, that's.
And I also brought up the fact of black fathers. Regardless of whether. Fathers,
yes, but now being followed, okay, being followed means you have to have someone to follow you. So here's the thing. Okay, so why is a woman, okay, that I have not committed to, won't commit to, for whatever reason, whether good or bad, want to follow me, I am not a leader at that point. The only thing that's going to follow me is that child.
What?
I'm still
I
stuck
think it
on
made
the fact.
perfect sense to me.
It did
I
to
guess
me
I'm
too.
still-
It made sense to me too, LeBaron.
I guess I'm still
Go ahead,
stuck on maybe it's me and I don't get it, but at what point, if the relationship is not going in the right direction, based on your statements, I got to stay with this woman regardless of how things are going, no matter what. Just because I busted a nut, just because I dropped my seed in, I got to stay with this woman no matter what.
Listen, let me answer your question.
That's not what I'm leading with, but I'll let Cuz answer.
Let me answer your question to the best of my ability. We can always come up with excuses as to the reason why we don't do what we should do. So you can come up here and blame the woman. You can blame the system. You can blame God if you want to. Blame anybody you want to blame. We can come up with excuses until the cows come home. I'm country. We talk about cows. As to why you
ain't no
aren't
cows in
doing what
Mississippi.
you're supposed
There ain't got no
to
damn cows in Mississippi.
Ain't no cows in Mississippi. Stop it.
You ain't see a cow till you got to Texas.
We can always justify why we're doing what we are doing and why we're not doing what we should do. Most people, most men that aren't in their kids' lives have justified it to themselves.
Because you didn't answer my question. My question
These
is still
niggas don't walk around here blaming themselves. They are blaming themselves for not being in their kids' life. They're justifying it.
But
you
my
didn't
question
even answer the question.
My
You
question
said
is
you was
still,
going to answer the question, and you never answered it.
yes, I agree. Every black man can come up with an excuse of why they didn't do something. That's our entire lifestyle, is coming up with excuses instead of taking accountability. 100% agree with that. And I'm not blaming a woman on any situation with this question that I'm asking. My question still is, why, when the relationship is done or the relationship cannot go any further with y'all two together, why do you feel that a black man still should stay in a toxic environment?
I'm not.
And by the way, to add to that question, why does him not staying with the woman forfeit his ability to be a leader in his community?
I'm saying this. We have to start laying some type of standard somewhere.
That's a different question.
Hold on. I'm not finished. So here's the thing. This is the thing. What is broken in this situation, is the fact that we're ignoring the fact that most of these relationships end up with sex, before a relationship. Most of these situations are situationships. They're not relationships. And we're gearing these men and saying that it's okay. So my point is this. Until we get to the point where we're pointing these men in the direction that, hey, if you are willing to lay down with that woman, you're willing to reap the repercussions behind it.
But that's a different answer. That's a stop. That's a different. No, stop. Because you're not stop that. Because you ain't done nothing. The reality is that's a different answer than the question that's being asked. What we're saying is we're not at the beginning of the problem anymore. We're on the backside of the problem. We are at the place where all of the things that you said shouldn't happen have already happened. He has laid with this woman. He has done what he's done. He has busted the nut. He has caused problems, whatever you want to say that is. Now, this man wakes up one day and says, you know what? I'm blowing it. I can be better than this. I need to be better than this. Let me be a better father. Let me be a better man. Let me treat my baby mama with respect. Let me treat her, even though we're not going to be together, let me treat her with respect and honor. Why can't that man do that? Why can't we push those brothers to do that? That still should have an impact and be show leadership in the community. Of course, he's blown it. We know it ain't the ideal situation. We already got that part. But what do you do about the brothers that have already blown it? Do they just keep blowing it? Or do we try to give them some measure of stability and understanding that you now have a responsibility to still be an example to that woman and to those kids? That's the part that we're talking about.
Listen.
And
So
to help Lloyd. So Lloyd, you hit the back end and perfect. So LeBron, I'm gonna hit the front end. So and Mama Noise, you know I love this, cuz you know I love this as well. How do you fix picking nigga meters? Because what you're saying is, at the very beginning, I have to find the right woman before I have sex with her. It's basically what we're saying.
And that's ideal. That is ideal if that was
ideal.
how we acted.
How do we do as men? And we're all men on here, except for Miss Kenyatta. As men, how do we set our next generation of men up to find the right woman, so that way when they do start to develop these relationships, they don't fall into the situationship? Because that's where it starts.
Well, it would start for them to have penis discipline.
Well, they start playing with it, Mama Noise, at 5. So.
No, but I'm saying that don't mean that you got to jump out there and plant it.
Wait a minute, hold on. We got to give that joke the respect it deserves.
Damn.
There you go.
Just because it started at 5, that don't mean that you got to say, well, now what we got to do is we got to hurry up and get you some. That's
so what is penis discipline?
Everybody on here other than me have one. Why ain't y'all? I ain't got an explanation.
Ooh.
Don't you know what discipline is?
Putting the condom on is discipline.
No, it's not, because there's an emotional tie, and that's the thing. I told my little brothers, I told them this. One of the hardest things, or one of my biggest regrets, was having sex before marriage, because of the difficulty that it causes, mentally for a male. Because the thing is you don't know what you're missing if you ain't had it.
So we all know you're never gonna stop sex before marriage.
Why are you asking me, Mr. Noise?
Because I know. Because listen, we know you are a defender of the earth, but you have boldly stated that you were, you were out here in these streets at one time.
Listen, I'm thankful for all the ass I got. But here's the difference. I was responsible with every last one of them.
What does that mean?
So that's discipline, right? So is that discipline?
I was responsible. I have never been irresponsible to a woman. Now, I may have been irresponsible to myself because I should have wore protection, but I didn't wear protection because I knew she was hot, but I didn't care she was hot. I still wanted it again. That's a different story. That's a different story. I've always been responsible to women. The problem with LeBaron is saying is, if she was good enough for you to lay down with, if you fought so hard, she did something to you that just made you say, damn, I got to get it. And you laid down with her. If she was good enough for that, why isn't she good enough for you to make it work?
But you are assuming
she's good enough for you to fight for that woman. You
are assuming that they didn't. You're assuming that they didn't. What about the brothers that did try?
Come on, man. You know,
the
black community. Hold on, Ron. You know,
no, you're trying to throw every black man under the bus like we're all monolithic.
Stop that lie.
No, you stop it. You stop it. We're not all monolithic. Because we're not all monolithic. We're not all monolithic. We don't all think the same. We don't act the same. We don't all make the same mistakes. So no, every black man didn't just throw the woman aside the moment he skeeted. Boomerang is not true.
Listen, no,
but we
in the black community, we have a problem with the amount of us, and I'm not going to say all of us, because some of us are actually virgins when we get married. We do it the right way, but the reality is, too many of us fight for the ass, and we don't fight for the woman. Now that's a fact, man.
Oh no! Just because you stated as one, don't make it one. That's not a fact.
pudding.
Come on.
You're seeing it on a day-to-day basis. The proof
Boy.
is in the
Y'all-
pudding.
Y'all still didn't answer. Mama Noise says, is penis discipline? One of you guys said, yes, hold out until you get married. The other one said,
Fight for the
fuck till
woman.
you fight for the woman, keep having sex till you find the right one. So which one is it?
No,
I'm
that
saying,
wasn't what I said.
I'm sorry.
To answer your question,
For you,
that wasn't
you
what I
was
saying.
responsible. I'm sorry, cuz you was responsible for what you was doing. You was responsible for the ones that you were with. You had a
Always.
responsibility. So you had a discipline. So you can have a discipline and still keep being with women and still have discipline at that point.
Well, the problem is too many of us are not mature enough to be disciplined in women's lives, but we keep laying down with women. So
you were the
Ron.
exception to that rule.
You damn right. I was an exception. You damn right I was. I'm not scared to say it. And nobody would ever discount what I just said. I promise you that.
So my point to you is, because I'm not discounting it. What I am saying
No,
is,
I'm saying no woman that
right. I got you. So what I'm saying to you, cuz, is, do you think that you're a unicorn? No. Meaning that there's no other man that has ever walked the face of the earth that had that same philosophy.
Why do we have these type of discussions? Why is that? That's the problem with us. It's either one extreme or the other.
Oh, here we go with the problem with us.
No,
I'm
just
go ahead, Ron.
I'm just trying to get back to, if we're going to fix the problem, we got to start at the beginning of the problem. We've all admitted there's a problem. We all have different philosophies on what the problem is. But we all agree the problem starts at the very beginning. Mama Noise says penis discipline. Because it's respect and accountability of yourself to ensure that you're being disciplined enough to do it the right way with all the women that you're with. If you just happen to get one pregnant, she better be the right one. Because pick a nigga meter was good for him because he picked the right one. My pick a nigga meter was good because I picked the right one. I had all my kids by one woman. But I know very good men who pick a nigga meters were bad and they had kids by other women. So how do we fix the problem to where they're picking the right woman?
But Ron, was it really bad, or was it the fact that it was so easy for them, to run through women? You see what I'm saying?
It wasn't easy for them to go. It wasn't easy for them to run through women because I'm gonna use one in particular. He stayed and did everything he could to work it out. They had multiple kids. He did everything humanly possible. They both agreed this doesn't work. It's not going to work for us. So they mutually made that decision. How could he have picked her better at the very beginning? So he wouldn't end up in a situationship with that female.
I mean,
because all this shit's Russian roulette. Everything you do is Russian roulette.
Well, I understand what you're saying, Ron, and here's the thing. And I hate to say it like this, okay? I understand that there are those situations, okay, where people end up with someone that they are not what they were supposed to be or whatever, okay? But let's be real with ourselves, okay? Let's be 100% real with ourselves.
Come on, man.
What is the majority of what's happening out here, okay? And that's what I'm saying. We have to speak to the majority of what's happening out here, not the casualties of war. We have to speak to the majority of what's happening out here. And the majority of what's happening out here is, Dr. Claude Anderson said, if white folks get a cold, we get pneumonia. Okay? We live in a society that has groomed us and trained us, okay, to be loose with our seed. To look at anything with a set of breasts and a butt and drool over it.
Yes, Lord.
Okay?
Yes, Lord.
They in every TV show and everything, they're pointing, and all the indicators are sexual behavior. Okay? We as black folks have fell hook, line, and sinker, okay? And we allow our males to go down the wrong road. So what I'm
okay,
saying
and I'm gonna give you the majority. I'll give you the majority.
and
Whether
that's
I
the
believe it
only
or
thing
not,
that you're
I give
gonna
you the
fix the
majority.
problem with is with the majority.
How do we fix the problem? Because we just said, you just said, and it's the same thing that we've all said, and we've been saying it for the longest. We fell hook, line, sinker for the stuff, the toxic behaviors we was either shown or put into us. To go for the booty, to look for the booty, to lay your seed into the booty. How do you fix that?
And that's why I said we have to come back and lay a standard. We as men have to demand a respect for the black woman again. Because right now, in today's society, the men are looking at women all as gold diggers, gold digger mentality, what they can get from us. This is what they're feeding us. Everybody is an IG model. Every black woman out there does not respect a man. Every black woman out there, this is what we're being fed. We're not going to even speak on the women's situation because we know the women have a situation also. We, as men, have to demand the respect for the black woman, meaning that, son, this is a woman. This is when you get her heart, it's going to be easy for you to break it. Son, you just kissing this woman is telling her something. You see what I'm saying? Women are emotional creatures.
Okay, I've said back as long as I can. I don't think there's anybody on this show that would disagree with anything that you've said. I don't think there's anybody that would. No, I'm not disagreeing with it. But the problem that I'm having with the conversation is that we keep talking about what Ron, and I get the question that he's asking because he's saying where do we fix it? I get all of that. But I'm also talking about, because the question that I asked was, what do we do with these brothers that have already blown it, that have already created a baby mama, that have already done what they've done, and now we're on the backside of this situation? Can they still, if they step up and do what is right in the black community? Because to me, it speaks volumes that this black man who did not do it right in the beginning evolved and said, my bad, I blew it. I should have respected that black queen. And now we're not going to be together, but I am going to respect her as my child's mother. I'm going to raise my son, be there for him in his life, and I'm going to respect her and do what I can for her as well. Why can't that guy be a leader? That was the question. That's been the question.
That happens.
Why can't he be? Why can't he be
a leader? He's going to be a leader, but he's going to be a leader, okay? And he's going to be a leader for those like him, okay? But here's the thing, Lloyd. When you raise a standard, okay? For years, the ultimate sports sedan was a BMW. So every other car out there was always compared to the BMW, okay? So there was some as good as a BMW, and there was some or better. Okay, so here's the thing, Lloyd. You are the standard. Okay, listen. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
I've heard what you said, but I think you're missing what I'm saying. You keep trying to go back. You keep trying to go back to the standard. Listen, stop, both of you. You keep trying to go back to the standard. We got that. But there are some guys, guess what? They have blown it.
I was about to touch on that.
Okay, so get there then.
So this is what I'm saying, Lloyd. You got the standard that's here, okay? And whatever excuse you give me, what, why, where, when, okay, you made choices.
His internet won't even let him be great.
Is it me or him?
No, it's his internet.
Darn it.
Damn it.
No,
you broke up.
We didn't hear nothing you said.
Darn it.
So hold on.
Okay.
Back to Lloyd's question. Okay. And I know LeBaron's trying to cook back. Can the guy who did it wrong be redeemed?
That's all I've been trying to get to.
So
Can
listen,
that
so
guy
listen.
still be considered a leader? He may not be the pristine leader and example and the standard, but can he still be a leader?
Stop. So listen.
No, I will not stop, cuz. I will not stop. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Can the guy be redeemed? Can the guy be redeemed?
That's what we asking.
Of course he can.
But then that's all we asking, cuz.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Finish, but cut the field.
Of course he can. He can be redeemed. He was slower than the average guy, boo-boo. But for some reason, he finally fucking figured it out that life was not about him. It was about his circle the entire fucking time. But he finally figured it out. So now he says, you know what? I should have respected that black woman. I should have been a part of my kid's life. I did wrong. Yes, he has a role in our society moving forward, Mr. Noise, but it has to be the role of mentor now to tell our younger men, I was wrong.
Okay, because do you not see the value in that mentorship? That value is ridiculously high because you just said that 59% aren't doing it right. Okay, well, guess what? Your standard ass ain't gonna be the one to speak to the 59. It's gonna be that dude that blew it and he got the revelation that you said, I fucking blew it. Okay, now we send him out into the war to be able to talk to those young black men, and maybe he's the one because he can relate better than we ever could. I can't relate to the dude that was never in his never in his kid's life. I can relate from the side of the kid, but I can't relate to the side of the dude that wasn't involved in his child's life from the beginning. I have no understanding of that at all. In fact, I've already said on this show, I don't really have a whole lot of respect for that dude. But I would have a lot of respect for that dude if he woke up and said, damn, I blew this, and I got to try to fix it the best way I can.
So,
that's all
Mr. Noise.
So basically, if he's a mentor, if he can be a mentor, he can be a leader. Then
thank Ron. See, that's why you make the big bucks, Ron.
Mr. Noise and co-pastor, nobody would disagree with that.
You've been disagreeing with it for 2.5 hours.
No. The discussion was whether or not the majority of us are doing it right. And if you
that was never the discussion.
If you believe, if you the one brought up the goddamn statistics about 59%.
No, I said I don't believe the statistics. That's what I said. You brought up
the statistics to the conversation. That's what you did. You added
right.
the conversation.
Because I don't believe them. I do not believe them.
Now,
you're in denial.
Call it what you want, LeBaron. I don't believe it. Now, if y'all want to believe that everything that's on the internet that's printed is real, go right ahead.
I'm not.
LeBaron, I've talked to you and I've talked to Cousin. I know y'all don't believe everything on the internet is real.
Listen, but I don't have to look at the internet. All I got to do is go to my child care center and see what's happening. All I got to do is go to the public school system and see what's happening.
So you're trying to tell me everybody at the child care center, everybody, or 59% of the child care center is black fatherless.
No. See?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Listen.
Well, y'all be moving the goalposts.
No.
Y'all be moving the goalposts.
No.
The question was, the statistic that I read was 59.5, and then 70%, and then another one said 57% were fatherless. Less, meaning that the father was nowhere to be found.
Okay,
you believe that?
I see what you mean on that one. Okay.
Thank you. That's what we've been saying the whole time. Fatherless, like he's nowhere.
I see what you mean on that stat. I will ride with you on that stat.
And that's a huge stat because that stat spits in the face of having a two-parent home. Two different stats. Two different issues. The surveys are the survey. I look at my circle. My circle tells me my survey. If I got 10 guys in my circle and 9 out of 10 are taking care of their kids, then 90%, I'm going to say 90% of the people are doing it right. If I go to a circle that I know is jacked up and do a survey,
my numbers are gonna look like shit.
That's all I'm trying to
But
say.
I agree with all of that. I agree with all of that. Now, I still say I'm going back to the standard thing, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I go in my circle, all right, and my circle is like really small, all right. If I'm out here in my circle, okay, and
That's all I'm saying, Sean.
I got 10 men that take care of their kids, all right, but 6 of them are still in the home. I have 4 good fathers, all right, but I have 6 I got 6
Good man.
good men.
You lost me.
Because
it's back to he's basically giving you 2 standards. I have good fathers, 2 people in a home, and I have good men, meaning I have men who are taking care of their kids, just not in the home. 2 statistics. One's a 40% statistic, one's a 60% statistic.
Right. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say to that. The narrative, though, can't be. Listen, if we are crazy to think that it would be nice that all men would just find one woman and stay with that woman and be with that woman. That's really what we want. I don't think there's anybody that would disagree with that. But that's not what has happened, and that's probably not what's going to happen. However, if we can just we got to recognize that there is the standard and then there is a solution. Bro, you got to take care of your kids.
We got to find a compromise. This sounds like we got to settle for less. This sounds like that's where you're going.
Well, but what is the alternative? What's the alternative?
I don't think it's. I don't think, Lloyd. I don't think you said we got to settle for less. I think we got to settle for more. We just can't. We got to find the right balance of leadership and the right balance of the people that you can put out there as your leaders, because not every man is going to be perfect.
I agree.
So, but you got to still raise the bar to do better. But you got to make the guys who are doing wrong admit that they're doing wrong.
That's what my point is, Ron. If you aim for the moon, okay, you'll hit the stars. All I'm saying is that we have to raise a high enough standard so when those do fall short, because right now our standard is so low. We're talking about we're wanting to sympathize and excuse a man that just simply being there just comes by.
No one has said that. That's not true. What we're saying is that he's done what he's done. Is there a possibility for this man to be? Is he ostracized from this because the standard is now? Is it because the standard is now? Be with the woman, be with the wife, be with her and the kid, and that's it. This man has no opportunity to ever be redeemed, ever be validated, ever be exalted as an example in his community.
Never said that. Never said that. Because
that is what we said earlier. That's what we said earlier.
No, that's not what I said. So what I said was that, okay, Floyd Mayweather, right? What's his record?
I don't know.
You
I don't know. I really don't know. He's undefeated. That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So he's undefeated.
Yeah.
Means he has no blemishes on his record.
Right.
So at all the junk talk that he does, you can say woulda, shoulda, coulda, maybe, whatever, he is still undefeated. Right?
Right.
And he will be able to taunt that for the rest of his life.
Right.
Okay. Here's the thing. Those that do have those losses, guess what? You can never be Floyd Mayweather. So listen. So this is what I'm saying. You can be a great fighter. You can be an awesome fighter.
That may be the worst example we've had tonight. Because guess what?
I'm trying to make it as simple as possible.
I hear you, but it's one of the worst examples of the night, and I'm gonna fix it for you. Because while Floyd Mayweather is undefeated, he has never lost a fight. The greatest fighter of all time, by most people's standard, is Muhammad Ali, and he's had several losses. Several. So the standard can't. That has been my point all night. We want the standard to be undefeated, never lost, been there from day one since the birth of the child. We want that to be the standard, and I think we all agree it should be the standard. Muhammad Ali never went to a fight trying to lose it, but we also know that losses can occur. And what you do with that loss is as valuable to our community as the guy that never experienced the loss at all. That's the point.
Correct.
Quick statement, and please, Mr. Noise, do your damnedest to not cut me off. I'm gonna make a quick statement.
Well, listen. If you start saying some bullshit, I'm gonna cut you off.
I would like for your ass to stay back in your chair and not cut me off. But there was a statement made earlier that this conversation would actually push away more men than draw them in to doing the right thing.
I saw that.
Listen, Sean, if you believe that, then that's fine. I do understand what you're saying, but the reality is, we cannot, as a society, treat our men like little boys and little girls. You have been grown enough to have a child. You need to be told grown folks' business about what needs to be done to take care of your kids. So if it's offensive the way that it says, the way that it's said, and nobody's in the business of trying to offend anybody, but we have to be able to address it honestly. We can't approach this half-assed and say, you know what? Well, most men are doing the right thing. Nobody's ever said that most men aren't. More men aren't. We know men are doing what they're supposed to do. The reality is, too many of our women are suffering because, and our kids are suffering because we are not doing the right thing. Now, if that bothers you, we need to fix it. But sitting up here trying to make up excuses that, but there are some men that's doing it. Nobody's ever said that there aren't some men that's doing it. We're talking about the ninjas that ain't doing it. That's the problem.
But that's never been the point of this conversation.
Hold on. There are men that are in their kids' lives on a part-time basis, and that's the best that they're ever going to be able to do. The problem is we need to teach our men that your value is worth more than part-time parenting. As a man, you have more value in your kids' lives than part-time parenting. So what we need to teach our men is to fight for the relationship so that you can have an active role in your kids' lives. That's all we're trying to say.
But because we still go back to the same thing. It's still your pick a nigger meter.
I don't know, and that you know what, Ron? That's a bunch of bullshit too. Because here's why that's a bunch of bullshit. Because the reality is, whatever nigga you pick, male or female, you're gonna have to work your ass off to make that marriage work. The problem is not enough of us have work in us in order to do it. We would rather walk away and say, you know what, I couldn't make that work. I couldn't make that. That's a bunch of bullshit.
So I'm gonna help you answer that question again with this.
Stick a nigga meat in my
I went through a lot of females before I found the right one. And I can tell you right now, the first chick I ever met, I picked her not knowing shit about her and didn't stay with her. Knocked off every single one of them.
That's because you hadn't got Ho out of you yet. Ho was still in you.
So again, niggas would never, and females are never going to pick the first person the first time. Nor the second time.
Here we go.
Probably not even the third time.
Hold on then.
So again, how are we going to sit here and tell people you got to fight for a relationship that you don't even know what you're choosing for?
Hey, Ron, but you're talking to somebody, okay, that feels, and I 100% feel this, that we as men, okay, know everything that we want in a woman, and when we see it, we know it. Now, if we're gonna be 100 with it, okay, because I wasn't a virgin when I got married. If we're gonna be 100% with it, okay, we knew when we were compromising our values or what we saw in a woman to get in between her legs. So here's the thing.
So why didn't you fight to stay with her, LeBaron?
You said what?
So why didn't you fight to stay with her if you knew that?
What do you mean? Why didn't I fight to stay with her?
You just said I knew that I was compromising just to get in between her legs. Okay, so yet why didn't you fight for that black woman to stay with her and make that relationship work?
Because I was not disciplined, and I was being irresponsible, and by God's grace and mercy, I didn't end up with a situation.
But that is the point that we're making.
I know what the point you're making is, but the thing is that's neither here or there from the point of what I should have did and what I did do, and we're trying to give so many men credit, like as if they don't know. We know. Let's put the charade down. We know we're not these creatures now.
No, what we're saying is on the backside of these bad decisions, on the backside of this undisciplined behavior, on the backside of our immaturity.
I'm asking what Ron said. That's what you're saying. Okay. I'm speaking directly to what Ron just got finished saying. And what Ron just got finished saying, he just got finished justifying the women that he went through. And all I'm saying is I cannot justify the women that I went through. I knew full-heartedly that they weren't the complete package that I was looking for. And we know it. Come on, every man on this screen knows that when they compromise and they know.
The internet would let him be great.
Did we lose him?
Ryan, did you 100% know it? He's back. Did you 100% know it, Ron? At age 18?
You knew an idea of what you wanted? You had an ideal of what you want, but you didn't know what that person was until you got with them. Everybody has I call it a checklist, a bucket list. I want this and then my mate list. You get with that person, you're going to try to see if they got those qualities. You may not know they have all the qualities until you got with them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, cuz. Come on.
Okay. You know that checklist that Ron was just talking about, and the bucket list, and we know what we want in a woman. That's a bunch of bullshit too. I don't mind calling bullshit. I don't mind calling it. The reason why it is a bunch of bullshit because we don't really know ourselves, so we really don't know what we want. We don't know the value in what we think we want. For years, I believed the only woman I could ever love, y'all, this is the God honest truth. Ooh, wait. She had to be red bone. That was number one. I don't give a damn how big your booty is. If you ain't red bone, I'm sorry, you can't get with me. I thought that had value. And you can go down your bucket list and you will realize only after you live a little bit longer as a man that a lot of the things on your bucket list was a bunch of bullshit. That it really didn't have any value at all. The reality is, whomever you marry, she will never have everything on your bucket list. If you get a bunch of men alone in a room by themselves and they have a couple of drinks, and you ask those men, I'm talking about midnight, I'm talking about by themselves now, no women around, did you marry who you thought you were going to marry when you were a little kid? Did you marry the woman that you thought you would marry when you were a little boy? And
I would argue that 100% of those men would say no.
You damn right.
I would argue that.
Bucket list was bullshit.
But here's the reason why I'm saying I know that's true.
Sorry about all this cussing, Mama.
No. Listen. We this has been elevated, so I get it. I get it. But here's the reason why I know that's true. Because at 16, I didn't. I was thankful. I was like, hallelujah, this is a blessing. And I definitely wasn't prepared to make a commitment to the one I gave it to first.
Well, that's at 16. You shouldn't have.
Hold on, LeBaron. I wasn't at 17. I wasn't at 18. I wasn't at 19. I wasn't at 20. I wasn't at 21. I wasn't at 22. And I was not a virgin in all those years.
Right.
But my point is, those women, some of them, I'll say I should have never dealt with them at all. But and so that's where the mistake side of it comes with it. Because I knew that this wasn't going to work out, but most men don't turn down ass. They don't turn it down. If offered, they don't.
But Lloyd, can we not use the word mistake? Because that's not a mistake. When you know you're doing wrong, that's not a mistake. That's just a bad choice. Mistakes and bad choices are two different things.
Okay, what's the difference, LeBaron? What's the difference?
A mistake is when you accidentally do something. Unconsciously accidentally do something. That's a mistake. When you do something
no girl in your
not
past
supposed to do, that is a bad choice.
So there's no girl in your past that you went in willingly with a good girl. And man, this could work out. And then it didn't. It turned out to be bad.
No. Every girl
you are an oak.
Lloyd, every girl that I was with, right? I knew that there was something that I was compromising to my values as a man.
Well, then, LeBaron, you are an oak, because I guarantee you that is not the testimony of a lot of brothers. I guarantee you. There are some brothers that went in and thought they had found the one.
Because we keep giving them the green light, okay, to judge it according to according to how they feel.
What?
We keep giving them the green light. Okay, not to use common sense, not to use the value system. We keep giving them the green light to ignore all of that and judge her from the surface first. Okay.
Is there a value system when you choose ass over Christ?
You said what?
Is there a value system when you choose ass over Christ?
No.
Because if you what are you talking about? Because we're talking about guys who most of them didn't even consider Jesus at all in the choice.
But this is what my point is.
So what are you talking about?
So my point is if we keep championing that value system that they're using, there lies the problem.
But LeBaron, is it realistic to think that we would like it to be that Christ would be the standard and abstinence?
I can leave Christ out this conversation. Right?
Okay, leave Christ out. Is it realistic to think that abstinence till marriage is going to be the standard?
Listen, me as a man, if I'm explaining to my son and I'm leaving Christ out the equation, which I never do, okay?
Right, well, I know what you're saying.
I can wholeheartedly let my son know, okay, the breakdown of a woman, and let him know how detrimental that every move that he makes with this woman is, okay? And
See how the Lord be working?
No, it ain't the Lord. The devil's a lie.
Hey, but I don't know if you guys can hear me. But
we got you.
I'm gonna have to call my pastor bullshit for a bullshit. Because his bullshit technically was bullshit about my bullshit.
Yeah.
So we're on bullshit tonight.
The whole church.
I did have a value. I did have for what I wanted and what I was looking for. And I did go through that list for all the chicks that I ever messed with.
Did you compromise?
And unfortunately,
that list?
Or unfortunately, no, I didn't compromise because I didn't marry none of them but the last one I was with. And the last one I was with, we were together for a long, long time before I got married.
Okay. So if you did
four beautiful kids out of it.
Hey,
I did everything I could.
Hey,
work
I
with the other
understand
ones.
that with the one that you with, Ron. What I'm asking is, did you compromise anything with the previous ones that were not marriage worthy? Because there's a reason why they were not marriage worthy.
Right, because they didn't hit everything I wanted on my list for who I wanted to be.
There we go. And
that's the reason I didn't stay.
That's all I'm saying.
Because a lot of times you're not going to find out. You're not going to find that person until you get with that person and you stay with that person for a little while to see if they're the ones you're going to be with. You're never going to get day one that they're going to hit everything that's on your list. It's going to take a little time and a little effort to put into these people to figure out if they are the one that you want to be with.
Listen,
I had to put work. I put work in all of them.
I appreciate you saying I was full of shit, co-pastor, and whew, listen.
Y'all church got a different
standard earlier, so I
it was a
y'all church got a different standard.
It was a little boy. It was a little boy that came up with that list. It wasn't a man that came up with the list. The reality is that list does not. It's not real. You will. We keep saying that the woman wasn't marriage material or wasn't marriage worthy. Were you man enough in her life to lead her to be the woman that you wanted her to be?
Your deacon LeBaron says she wasn't.
Too many of us as men, listen, women that don't know how to be a woman or don't know how to be a wife, it's probably because she hadn't seen it modeled. She hadn't seen it done in front of her. But she needs a man to come in her life and to love her through that in order to pour into her to be the man he needs to be for her. Too many of us as men want these women already ready-made. Well, we know our black community is broken. We broken. They broken. But yet we want them to be ready-made. Listen, I don't know of any black man. Now,
but
if
again,
you guys
what I
did,
said
I'm
was
so
I took my time.
Hold on. I'm so happy for y'all.
Because the point I was making was I took my time with them. I took my time with them to learn. I took my time to try to figure it out.
God damn it. If any of you niggas married the perfect woman, I'm happy for you. I did not.
Right. And she didn't marry the perfect man.
You damn right she didn't. So why don't we cut this out? What are we talking about? You keep blaming the woman. Half of it was because your ass just wasn't ready. Some of those women you went through would have been an excellent wife to you. The problem was you wasn't focusing on that. You was focusing on ass. And then guess what? You saw some more ass that was just as attractive as her ass. And then you went over there and got that ass.
But your deacon brought this up. He was the one. Your deacon brought this up. He was the one that said that that you compromise, that people, brothers is out here compromising to the list. That's what your deacon said. I've been saying that a lot.
Listen, I understand that a lot of men have.
I've been saying it's been flawed.
I understand that a lot of men do have lists. What he was saying is real. A lot of men do have lists. But the reality is, until you mature, it doesn't matter what you find on that list. Your ass ain't going to be ready for it.
Because based on what you just said, my point has always maintained the same. Y'all have actually made my point better than I could have made it. With these flawed ass philosophies,
I would never.
You already have.
Never.
Sorry, Pastor, you already have. Because the reality is, with all these flawed men that you're talking about, these guys that are focused on the wrong things or putting together lists that they shouldn't put together, these are the men that we're saying. Because guess what? The standard you're saying is the standard. These men have to be here. Okay, guess what? If we're measuring the standard in flawlessness from start to finish, none of us meet that standard.
No, nobody ever said flawlessness. And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
I'm not missing
the point. Let him finish his point.
Okay.
He ain't got no point. If he thinks my point was that I'm trying to say you were saying flawlessness, you're missing the point. I'm saying to you guys, there's no such thing as a flawless person. There's no such thing, even on the journey to the guys that are great fathers on this screen. we all got bodies in the street. So to not have some empathy for the brothers that didn't get there as fast as we did
it's not that I don't have empathy. All I'm
saying, go back through the chat. You said a brother can't be part-time. And I'm saying to you, sometimes these brothers ain't got no option but part-time. But damn it, if the brother's trying, can we at least honor the tribe?
Yeah, he's trying.
He's
trying to do his best.
Then I'm good. Then I'm good now. Y'all answer my stuff. I'm good. Because that's all I've been saying.
Listen.
There's layers of leadership in this black fatherhood thing.
Listen. I'm sorry you think we've come to some level of agreement because we have not. I don't agree with you.
That's because
my reason for not agreeing with you is this. We have to get to a point as men where we stop becoming the issue and our families become the issue. You want us to coddle and cuddle and hold and be nice to the men that aren't doing what they're supposed to do.
That's not what I said. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda, that's not what I said.
That's what you just
said. That is not what I just said at all.
You said
no, it's
that
not.
he was putting down, you said go back in the chat because you were saying that those men aren't whatever. So I'm telling you, our kids matter. Our women, black women matter. But
nobody's saying they
don't. As men, y'all keep wanting to make us the issue. We need to stop being the issue.
That has nothing you've said has been right the last 3 minutes. You've been saying a lot of shit and ain't none of it right. Nobody's saying that black men are trying to make themselves the issue. What we've maintained from the start of this conversation is, can that black man who has come to the epiphany that you stated so eloquently earlier, can that black man now stand in the place of now leadership in his community and tell other young black men, don't follow the way that I went?
We've already said yes.
Then you've made my point. I appreciate it.
This
God bless
conversation
you.
was not that simple, but you tried to slim it down.
No, it was that simple for me. It was that simple for me. You made it more complicated because you wanted to make it some other stuff.
Come on now.
It was been that simple for me.
Nobody would ever disagree that a man could have a leadership role once he finally wakes the fuck up. Nobody would ever disagree with that. That's not even a conversation that needs to be had. We understand that some men are slower than the average guy, boo-boo. So,
but my point was, his wake up may not be the perfection that we all want. His wake up may still be in the midst of, I only get this child 2 weekends out of the month. I only get this child every other week, but I'm gonna do my damnedest in the time that I have.
And he can lead those in that situation.
That was but earlier that's not what you said, LeBaron. What you said was,
I've said that a couple of times tonight.
He said it, man. He said it.
I've said that several times tonight. He can lead those in that situation. And he can be a leader to those.
You said it once you got on the air, but off the air, you said that guy could never lead.
Because I couldn't type fast enough, Lloyd.
Okay, well then I blame your fingers then. That's all I was saying.
Look, why do you think I said send me the link? Because
you did say send you the link. Okay, all right, now we good. This is a hard conversation.
It's all about accountability and responsibility.
It is.
Therefore, for the grace of God goes I. If I made bad decisions, I'm going to have to reap those bad decisions for a long time to come.
Right.
Please.
Well, really, for the rest of your days, for the rest of your days, that you are living with that. But what would be great is if we could teach more men who made those bad decisions, don't be what I became. That's been my whole point the whole night.
But the only way we're going to be able to do that, Lloyd, is if they face the reality of what we spoke.
There you go, Doc.
And that's what my point is.
There you go.
I don't disagree with that.
And that's,
we can't lie to them. We can't lie to them.
That's all I'm saying. If it's going to take them to face the reality of what we spoke, no matter how harsh it is.
It is harsh, but you're right. You're 100% correct. I don't disagree, and I haven't disagreed with any of that. I just don't want us going out here spouting a narrative that they can't come back from the mistake.
No,
And I certainly don't want to spout. And I certainly don't want to spout Cousin's narrative that 59% are fatherless. That's not true.
You the one came up with the goddamn statistic, not me.
But point is proved that statistics can say anything, and we'll believe the lie, which you have done.
Listen, Mr. Noise. I don't think black men in this country, and this is real. I know I joke a lot, do a lot of cussing. Mama knows be bucking her eyes and can on. But seriously, we as black men don't need to look to statistics to tell us what's going on in our own goddamn community.
Thank you.
I don't know what you talking about.
I never look at these statistics.
That was
what you talking about.
But you tried to tell us earlier it's a great number.
It is a great number. It is a big number.
We don't know what the number is, but here's what we do know.
It's a large enough number, Lloyd.
Hold on. Here's what we do know. There's a problem. Now let's go try to fix the problem.
I'm saying, Lloyd, if you walk into the street and you see 2 gallons of blood, there's a dead body somewhere.
Are you cooking?
I agree.
So,
but that don't mean there's 10 dead bodies.
We're knee deep in blood.
No, that don't mean it's 10 dead bodies.
Hey, I said
some blood don't mean it's 10 dead bodies. That's the point I'm making. We're trying to magnify the point because we're being told that's what it is.
No,
the reality is,
Lloyd, I'm not magnifying the point because I'm being told what it is. I'm magnifying the point because I have to feed a football team every game once a week, okay, a meal, because they don't have it's not there in their families. I'm magnifying the point because I do have to be the father to more than my son, because it's the reality. That's why I'm magnifying the point. And I'm not going to even speak on the girls' basketball team. Okay? I'm just, that's the reality. It's the reality that I'm out there cheering on the bench for kids that aren't mine. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying is I'm not going by statistics. I'm going through everyday life.
And we don't need the census to tell us what's going on.
I don't disagree with what you guys are doing. And I know that you both are raising and mentoring. I get it. But all situations are not created equal. And even in the situations that those women are part of the problem.
Our discussion wasn't based on women. That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Okay, but I agree with that. But my point of saying that is I don't want to keep putting out the narrative that there's just all these bad black men. I want to put out the narrative because we're trying to change it.
Offended by why y'all so offended by the truth?
Just because you call the truth, cuz they don't make it the truth.
Listen,
you keep trying to do that.
Your black ass said that we have a problem.
Just because you use the word ass don't make you right either.
The problem is you don't want to put a number to the problem, but you have said that there's a problem.
Let me ask you this, Lloyd. Let me ask you this. Lloyd, let me ask you this. Let me ask him this, cuz. Let me ask you this, Lloyd. You would agree that the black man is, or the black man is supposed to be the leader or the protector of the household, right?
Yes.
The head.
Okay. All right. So we believe that. We're both in agreement, right?
Yeah.
We're in unity on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So a community, all right, of black leaders will do what?
Do what?
A community filled with black leaders will do what?
Lead.
In your eyes.
We'll lead.
If we're being led, we're going someplace, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the state of the black community. What are we missing? We talk about this on a regular basis. What are we missing?
Leadership.
I want Lloyd to say it.
Okay, leadership. I'm not sure where are you going with this?
Okay, so the proof is in the pudding. You just said.
Listen to learn.
These are no stats.
All about the learn part, but we're gonna listen.
These are no stats. This is not Fox News. This is not CNN. This is the reality. The black community is lacking leaders. They're lacking leaders, okay?
Right.
We just define what a leader is, and we don't have them. We just acknowledge that as on a whole, we're missing these leaders.
You said black men are the head of the family, right?
Yes.
So you're saying any black man that is not leading his family is not a leader. Is that where we're headed with this?
You said what?
Are you saying any black man that's not leading his family?
I'm
trying to see where you're going with this, because we ain't cut the field. It's like we're in a loop.
No,
we're just going in a circle.
No, everybody else get it. Because your
no, they don't. There's nothing to get.
What I'm saying.
There's nothing to get because we all agree that we lack leadership. But
Okay,
but the point that the thing that you keep trying to craft this perfect narrative, like if A plus B equals C, then we ought to get to D. The truth of the matter is that there are parts of this thing that are not perfect. They're not. And we've acknowledged that all night long.
But Lloyd, the whole thing is you have to look at the big picture, and the big picture is we are failing in that department.
We already know that.
Okay,
we're talking about but we can't start at where we can't start at the beginning anymore. We got to start at where we failed.
You know, hey Lloyd, if you build a house and that foundation ain't right, guess what? You can do all you want. That house is going to
go back.
fall.
Got to go back.
So you have to go back to the beginning. If you don't get the beginning right, there's going to be some problems down the line.
Okay, so you're prepared to unbend every nail that is bent. You're prepared. I'm gonna use your analogy because no, stop. Hush. This is his analogy. I'm using his analogy.
Lloyd, let him go there, Lloyd. Let him go there.
This is his analogy. So you're saying we got to unbend every bent nail. You just said we got to fix the foundation wherever the problems are.
You have to acknowledge that the foundation is broken.
We've already done that.
Okay,
that's where it starts, man.
Yeah, and once you acknowledge, hey, Lloyd, once you acknowledge that the foundation is broken, you got to get up under there. You got to put some jacks.
Yep.
You got to pour more concrete. You have to repair that foundation because you ain't gonna have to bend no nails. It's going to crumble.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Or you have to build a different structure on that foundation.
Now that is what. But that's the point that I've been trying to make. You can't undo what has been done. You have to start. You have to start where we are and say, okay, based on what I'm looking at, this foundation is jacked up. How can I build something on what I already have and still salvage it and still make it a place where we can build from? That's the point I've been making all night long.
Speaking from an actual point of construction, we have to repair the foundation before we lay another timber. Before we bring in anything else, call the concrete guys. There is a crack in the foundation. We have to fix that.
Okay, but here's the reality, because this really isn't a great analogy. Because the reality of it is that you can't. Every man is not going to go back to that woman. Every man shouldn't go back to that woman. So we gotta work from.
We never said that. What I said.
I'm saying it. I agree. Every man. Okay, so then that's what I'm saying.
Did you hear what my statement of casualty of war was earlier? At some point, you have to chalk some things up to a casualty of war, meaning that listen.
But LeBaron, because we got to wrap up. You have to understand that there are a lot of casualties of war, a lot. And so what we're going to have to look at is that there's going to be a mass unit of a lot of people that are broken, that are damaged, that are going to need repair, it's going to take time for them to get back to the place where they need to be. But the reality of it is, if we can get these brothers to at least step up and just be responsible, we've done a really amazing thing.
I don't understand your argument about this mass casualty and a lot of people are broken. What are you talking about? Because you turn around the next sentence and say most men are doing what they're supposed to do.
Because
You know what? Make up your goddamn
Look,
mind.
Lloyd looks so defeated. I think Lloyd got.
No, first of all, I'm
Look,
far from defeated because
no,
I know
what
I'm
I'm
the
saying
only one
is,
who's making
what I'm
sense of
saying
it.
is, we stress Lloyd. I think Lloyd beard just got whiter tonight.
Lloyd is just fine. What I just don't understand is the inability to establish grace in the guys that could not get it right or are attempting to get it right.
That.
I
agree with that.
I don't. Then the point that if we all agree once again, then why are you still arguing with me?
Because every single time we get to talking about setting the standard, okay, it's like you push over that just to focus on those guys.
No, I'm telling you that you cannot do one without the other. That's my point.
I agree with that.
Then we got nothing else to talk about.
That's your first time saying that tonight.
No, it's not. That's your first time hearing it.
It's your first time hearing it. No, one without the other.
Not at all. That is your first time hearing it.
Hey,
I've been
have you heard that tonight?
No.
That's your first time hearing it.
Is your wife listening? Because that's the first time you said we can't do one without the other.
That is the first time you heard it, but I've been saying it the whole night.
Hey,
I'm listening.
Now, Mama Noise. Was this the first time you heard your husband say we can't do one without the other?
What?
Have you heard him say that tonight? We can't do one without the other?
I didn't say it that way, but I said it. Hold on, LeBaron, hold on, because I don't think you're listening. It's not.
That's when it made sense when you said you can't do one without the other. We're in agreement with that.
I said it all along.
I
have said it all along. I've been saying the entire night that you cannot, it can't just be about the standard. I've been saying all night it can't just be about the standard. It also has to be about those guys who cannot live by that standard because they messed it up. I've been saying that all night long.
I agree with that point, but
well, then you're the one that missed it because I didn't put it in the way that you wanted me to put it. Well, give a guy a popcorn empire he thinks to rule the world.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You're $1 million mogul now, and the peons can't talk to him.
Oh my God.
I'm messing with that's my brother. I appreciate you guys very much.
Especially when the peon is wrong.
Oh, shut your bullshit ass up.
Listen, let me say this right quick.
Okay,
we as black men, listen, Negro, we as black men have to come together. God damn it, Linda. We as black men have to come together in order to work together, to sharpen each other and to help each other. To say that we would never give men that didn't do it the right way grace is just absolutely wrong. We have to have feelings for, understanding of, and grace for everybody. That doesn't mean I don't tell you the hardcore truth in the midst of
ever said that.
No
one ever said that.
Listen. So the arguments and the debates that we're having don't make sense because we all recognize that there is a major problem in our community. And we have to work together to overcome that problem. Trying to justify and say, well, some men ain't gonna do it. Well, we already know that some men ain't, and we already know that some men are, and we already know that some men ain't perfect, and ain't none of us perfect. We already know all of this, but we still have to work together in order for our women to be valued and loved and respected, and for our kids to be raised. We got to work together for that.
Listen, cuz I don't disagree with anything you just said. I don't disagree with anything you just said. But I do need you and your deacon to realize that when we talked about standard, you both had two different standards. Okay. No, y'all had two different standards.
Who?
You and your pastor. Y'all had two different standards. You said you gotta love that woman and stay with her and put on a condom. And your pastor said, well, I ain't put on no condom, but I honored every single one of them women I slayed in the street.
never said put on a condom because if you with the right woman, you don't need no condom.
And that's where we need to wrap up right there.
Hey, I ain't never.
So now we took the condoms off.
Look. Me and my wife, condom. Do what? I'm vested in this. This is all mine.
Hold up.
But what about the brothers are trying to get there? Do they need a condom or not?
The way they get there is to figure this woman out before they lay their axe.
That's ideal. That's ideal. That would be great if they would do that.
The minute that I put a maybe, but maybe, you know how they say if you give a person an inch, they're going to take a foot. You give them a foot, they're going to. So here's the thing. The standard, you're either going to live up to it or you're going to fall short of it. When you fall short of it, just recognize you fell short of it.
Okay. We got to stop. I'd like to say that tomorrow's show is going to be a little less intense. That's probably not true. All I'm going to say is just come and watch it and enjoy it like the rest of the shows that we put on here. That's all I can promise you. I can't promise you nothing else. Because I got these guys here and they don't know how not to be intense.
Look, y'all gonna have a whole bunch of people mad about their popcorn because I'm gonna be rushing up out of these shops because now I got it.
You're not gonna do is blame us for late orders. We ain't gonna do that. What we will do is increase your orders by giving folks the website. Where's the website at? doingtheworldofflavor.com. What we will do is tell you to go there and order all the popcorn that you can stand, and you'll be blessed and highly favored when you do. So there you go. That's the best I can do for you.
Help a black man helping a black man.
This is a black man helping a black man. This is a black man helping a black man. All right, we'll be back tomorrow to get into some more stuff. Black Friday. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna be good. I don't know what's gonna happen. Raise your kids. All right, bye.